welcome back to this session of D&D. We took last
Where
week
there will
off.
be no talk about poop or
DT had
pee.
some family stuff going on, so now that's done. He is back. Welcome
Dox
back.
him. He lives in Australia too.
Yeah.
Last week we dealt with the important future of a beautiful baby boy named John, and in the dad session,
Oh yeah, the one that.
John's like, "What are you talking about?"
I
We
am a
got
beautiful
super
baby boy.
drunk, and
I don't know what you're talking about. I was completely
really
sober that whole time.
yeah, okay. And it went well. And now we are back. So you guys had just finished up going to meet the orc tribe in the jungles north of Skystead. You guys arrived back at Skystead and were about to depart. So you guys were deciding where exactly we are going. You guys had mentioned potentially going to Karak Daldur. Where do you want to go? I guess
Hold on, before
That's all well good, but back on the poop issue.
exactly, I've got way more points to make. Ox, is that a new container for water or whatever you're drinking?
It's a new container for water, yeah.
It's a new container for bleach.
Is it because you got really upset with us saying, talking about your bog? Whenever you
No,
would,
it's because it's
drink
hard to
water?
clean.
Yeah,
Like the
it's not,
mouth
because
piece
you're
on it?
not supposed to suck it. It's
I
supposed
don't.
to pour it into a
it just
cup.
falls. No, it's not for pouring into a cup. It's for drinking out of.
It's a drinking. It's
It-
not the
it
big
has a
nozzle
straw.
down the bottom.
It has
it's
a
the...
straw.
Yeah.
That's not a straw. That's a fountain to
No,
pour into a
it's
cup.
not.
Fair enough. Yeah, in my mouth is the cup.
Thinking about
But
that.
it's that nozzle is super annoying to clean.
Yeah.
So I'm just using Anna's water bottle.
Oh, so you stole.
Piss.
Grog says, "Thank God we don't have any strange water bottles with straws that we'd need to clean. That'd be hell."
Ox,
Well, it doesn't have a straw.
last thing I have to say about
John
the
is
water
right. It
bottle.
just pours.
Grog, do you sit when you?
Absolutely.
Like any sensible man.
You've got to make sure that you're not straining anything down there.
Exactly.
There's no toilets.
Oh, you dig a hole.
Are you
and
just
sit in the
sitting
hole.
on the ground peeing in front of you?
You're telling me you don't sit on your shit bucket?
I squat behind a tree.
Sometimes I
Or
even shit in my shit
a rock?
bucket.
Blue just like
Is that what that bucket's for? Is that what
Telling
you
me
use for?
that
It's off the
you
fucking
never
cart.
use.
It's off the cart. I go and I throw his
Stop.
bucket off the cart.
Sorry, while you're doing that, can
Oh,
you
my
answer a
bucket.
question for me? Does Baloo shit in the woods?
He's
Yes.
currently behind a tree shitting.
Okay, nice.
He's like hiding his face, so like just his head is behind the tree, his ass is sticking out as he's taking a
Mystery
shit.
solved.
He like swipes at it and walks around the other side of the tree like no one saw that. Nice.
Jermaine
think-
has respect. He wouldn't just peep on the bare fucking shitting, Ox.
It's
gotta
not
ask
peeping.
someone.
His ass is hanging out. Like he's very visible.
So where are we heading?
Yeah, I don't know.
Correct, felt cool.
Thea,
Right?
you can get us into Crack Aldor, right?
I can certainly give it a try.
See how much your name is worth there.
Hmm.
Could certainly use a way in.
Well, I didn't exactly leave on the best terms with my father, so I'm assuming I'm not persona non grata, but who knows?
Did they not want you to become an entertainer?
Not particularly.
Were they
Do you-
like, entertainers make nothing of themselves, and then like a week later you made like 1,000 gold?
Not quite yet. Father's a traditionalist, I guess you would say, and believes there's more important things in the world than words. He puts his trust in iron, gold, things that last. So, differing views on the world between him and I.
Would we be safe there?
Oh, of course, darling. This kind of Crackthal Duel is one of the most safest places I can think of. You can always trust a dwarf after all. Words are their bond. Which is quite annoying when dealing with my father. There's a certain hypocrisy there.
Do you know any shortcuts?
Always thought Ooze was their bond.
So, I will let you know there are stories, though you do not know them specifically.
Yeah.
There are stories of tunnels that lead into the mountains that would potentially lead into the old mining facilities of Karak Thaldur. But just as I'm saying that with this tone, it's hyper dangerous. A
Yeah.
number of the upworlders try. There have not been one who has made it yet.
Yeah. There are ways, of course, well, stories of them at least, whether or not they're real or what, I don't know. But as a general rule, you don't go for the back door first.
God damn it, DT.
Shouldn't be any trouble.
Surprised I didn't
How-
get a
how
reaction
long-
from John there.
Now that we've got these carts, I mean, travel seems to have become a bit easier. So I can't imagine it would be too difficult to get back around towards the front entrance.
It's probably the easiest way. Less, if you actually go the normal route, less explaining that you have to do going in the actual proper channels. And to be fair, I'm loving these carts. Riding is a lot easier than walking on these heels.
Yeah,
You
this
could
Millennium
always-
Falcon is a strong horse.
You can always take the heels off.
But then I'd be barefoot, Jerry.
Grog looks down at his not shoes.
It's perfect.
And what's so wrong with that?
No, well, of course, nothing if you've got the feet for it. Mine are a bit softer than yours, I would gather.
The soles of my feet have been forged into stone.
And that is wonderful, darling.
Your feet just look like feet to me.
I like pull up my leg and show him just like a fucking tough callus. I'm like,
yeah,
go ahead, touch it.
6-inch calluses on the back. It's like,
Yeah. Ox, can specifically the bottoms of my feet have hardness 1?
No,
Okay.
because in case you step on caltrops or something.
John, I'm holding my foot up to Jerry.
I'm
I
gonna
want him to touch it.
knock on it.
No, I've heard some monks train their bodies to form calluses all to make them more like weapons.
I'm gonna slap some mud on his foot.
'Kay.
Just leave that there. You'll be smooth as a smooth stone tomorrow.
Grog just spreads his toes and just
I'll put
does
some in
this.
between his
basically.
toes for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
That feels good.
Jerry, roll me a heal check.
Gotcha.
It's a lifetime.
Character.
See, Grog's okay with it because mud descends from rock, so
Mhm. Naturally.
it's all earth.
who's on first? Naturally.
Genuinely. Period.
Does it at least
Fine.
feel good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it feels kind of nice. You know,
Ox is shaking his head at something.
at you saying period.
No,
Genuine.
Genuinely.
Seriously.
naturally sounded like one of those words to add.
I'll just say this.
Look, I'll just say this. Can we hurry the fuck up?
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Genuinely. Period.
Okay.
I put my foot down and I lift up the other one for more mud.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing.
Quality
roll me a
roleplay.
heal check.
You're gonna be so lopsided if this is in that 20.
I hope this. Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah. No. No, it's not. It's you have mud on your feet. Feels nice.
You didn't even pass the 10 wounds. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't be tending those wounds.
So then, are we okay with going towards the front entrance of Karak Thal Dul?
Yes.
Do we want
Why not?
to stop in Little Redmont, or
I wouldn't mind picking up some more Redmond ale. Or at least trying to sell some of this ale.
We're not in a rush, are we?
not particularly? I'd imagine we'll be taking our time. I just there's someone I need to seek out there.
I don't see why not.
Okay, so
You
you're heading to
coming
Redmont
with
first.
us?
I wasn't aware that you were joining us. No, we'll have to charge you extra. I'm just kidding, and I'm gonna like pat him on the shoulder.
Well, am I
Roll
am
a
I
d-
welcome?
I pat him on the shoulder. I pat him on the forearm.
Break his arm.
Well,
Well,
you
can you-
come.
Can you defend yourself?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, we tend to get into trouble every now and again.
I would assume, based on what I've seen, you don't seem like the quietest group.
Well, if you're
What?
looking for adventure and maybe a bit of money making, I see no problem why he couldn't come with us.
I have no problems at all with more the merrier, I say. Especially since we just lost Mark.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, who's Mark?
Fuck
You.
that guy.
What guy? I don't know any Mark.
Grog,
What's
guess
your
we were-
intelligence score?
I guess we weren't that close.
Fair enough.
No, yeah.
So it's going to take you guys, if you guys take the mountain pass, it's going to take you 2 weeks to get to Little Redmont, and then another day on top of that to get to Redmont, just so you're aware. It'll take you 3 weeks to get to Karak Thal Dur from where you guys currently are.
I think
We're
we're
just going to Little Red
go to
Mon, right?
Little Redmont.
I had questions.
Maybe pick up a quest too
Yeah,
on
what's
the
up?
way.
So, for John, when you do your crafting, what is that thing where you take the price off of what you're making? Is that
So,
a fee? Is that
What you have to do is when you bake something, say it's 5 gold, just for instance. When you initiate the craft and you make the roll, you automatically have to spend half of the price to do it.
Mhm.
Every day that you do it after that, depending on what your skill level is, and you'll find it in the book. I'll get you the link for that. You get a star. I get like 2 silver off of the price. So say something is 5 gold and 2 gold, 5 silver is put aside already. I have to use that no matter what. If I start going every day extra I spend on it,
Mhm.
that gold is taken off. Basically, I use less material.
okay?
So you can
That's all.
also quick make things on the 4th day and just say, I
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, but you
Get
spend
it
all
for
the
full
material.
price.
Okay. Do you usually just take the price off at the start or the end?
What do you mean?
Like when you're making something, do you just add the silver back as you keep working on it?
I have it in my head what I'm gonna do, so I end up saying this is when I'm gonna have it done, and I take off the gold accordingly.
Okay.
Either
Okay.
way is fine. If you want to like put a note on the
If
bottom
you
of your
do
character,
crit, I
whatever.
believe you make it at half. I don't remember the crit success rules, but I do believe it is you automatically do it for already half the price no matter what. And then I'll let you know.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So Little Redmont then?
Yeah.
Okay. So since you guys have already tread this trail,
I
2
haven't.
week- fair enough. But I more mean the group has. You as people have.
I know.
So nothing in particular, no curios. You haven't walked out of the beaten path, anything like that. No curios or otherwise, no interesting events really happen over this 2 week period, other than the rock or the wyvern gets about 4 inches longer.
Jesus.
He's hitting full
Oh.
size in 2 years.
He's growing.
But 4 inches every like 2 weeks is still
How big is he now in total?
He's somewhere around like maybe like 32 inches long. It's like 3 feet long.
Okay.
Oh my god, he's getting fucking.
When we got
big.
him, he was like 2 feet, right?
Here's the thing: you don't know how long before he hatched. Probably really, really recently, from when you got him, based off his size. But in 2 years, full maturity. So
Okay. I'm gonna on our way there. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna say, is there anything that you want in Redmont, or Little Redmont, in Draconic, too?
Roll me a persuasion check. I guess he's more like 4.5 feet at this point, because he's medium sized. So he's like 4.5 feet. Because earlier we had like that 4 weeks to get back. So, so this is the first time he's ever spoken to you. He just goes,
This isn't the first time.
yeah, this is the first time he's ever spoken back. He's understood you, but he's speaking this time.
Oh, okay.
What's
He
he
just goes,
speaking?
What?
Pray.
Pray, huh? Pray.
Take him to a church.
Play.
I'll see what I can do. I might be able to get some chickens or something for you to chase around.
Other than that, like on the trip, no particularly unique events happen. It's just you make it to Little Redmont.
We don't come across any other caravans, or
We don't get downtime.
Maybe somewhere at this point you probably would hit one on the crossroads from here to Stell. In the tavern, there's no unique individuals or otherwise. Like the tavern on this crossroads from Ferry Nisha and the Mountain Pass, there's nothing interesting there. You maybe have a quick stopping point there, rest, and otherwise we
we had
keep
already
moving.
passed that.
No, I'm just saying like you were at Skystead. Like I'm saying passing through there. Like I'm
We'd
backtracking a second.
We had met the other crew before around the tavern area.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you met them at the
No,
tavern.
they were at
Skystead.
Skystead. They were
Yeah.
at Skystead.
Because
They
they
were
were
at Skystead.
coming back to talk to the dad, and then you told
You
him.
come home. I'm in the middle of.
So
Like
further
they-
off. Okay.
Or
If
maybe
you-
it was-
No, you didn't leave Skystead. I'm just letting you know. Tavern, nothing happened. You do pass by another caravan leaving Redmont, going towards Stell at this kind of like
How many
crossroads
people?
of the mountain pass. There's
How
probably
big?
like 5 guards, 1 cart, 2 horses.
5 guards, 1
They're all-
cart. Yeah, I've seen that.
They're all lightly armored. One a driver,
horses.
probably the owner.
Does the cart have any sort of insignia or anything on it?
No, it's just a cart. Probably just tradesman, sells goods. Probably not
What you
a
selling, traveler?
lumber from Pops. Plan to head up to Stell, get a resupply, keep going up to Casley Hold, and they keep using this stuff for the barricades.
Around what time of day? Did we get there?
It's early morning. Probably you guys just recently broke camp, maybe a few hours ago.
Just came around the bend or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like you guys just kind of crossed as you're coming around, and you're coming south. Like you can see them as they're heading north, and you cross by. So we're heading up north. The trees up there are made of shit. They can't hold a wall for anything. It's almost like it's just soft. I don't know how else to describe it. So we bring lumber from Pops.
Okay.
You have anything good on you? To trade, of course.
No, we're okay, Otakival.
Anything you're looking for?
What do you have?
Don't we
Personal
have
wares, of
weapons
course.
and things?
I sell alcohol.
Ah, well. I think it's been a few hours. I think it's a couple days out from Little Redmont. If you have a little bit of time, we'd love to buy.
You want to set up the bar?
I figured you wouldn't be interested so early, but if you're interested,
Look, I'm the owner of the caravan. A drink or two is not going to impede my driving, and I'm sure the guards would love a few.
all right. I set it up. Prices of
I'll help him.
Did you ever make like a sheet for the pricing?
No.
Okay.
It'll
It'll just vary based off of your clientele.
a little bit.
I
but,
also
for
like
the most
your
part,
proximity to certain places.
yeah,
I would
exactly.
imagine.
Oh, okay.
anything foreign, like if it's a foreign standard ale, like Redmont Ale and somewhere else, or
Yep.
Stell Ale in Redmont, 2 silver.
Yeah.
Local
Otherwise,
ale,
one
regular price, 1 silver.
one silver.
Not silver, sorry, copper.
Okay, so 2 copper for foreign, unless it's like super exotic. 1 copper if it's local.
The standard price, what they would
Yeah,
get
sure.
at another bar. The Orc Shine, 3.
3 copper a shot.
Orc Shine.
If they look like they might want the Griffin fermentation,
Oh, okay.
then we'll come to that.
Okay. They do not look like they have the coin to purchase it.
A Boilermaker, 4 copper.
What about tea?
What's 4 copper?
A Boilermaker.
Oh.
Tea is Jerry's domain.
Oh, fair enough. So you guys are a bar / tea house.
Mush.
No,
Mush
coffee,
is
for me.
Mush is 1 copper.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So they come up and they do you have anything from Pharaoh still?
From Pharaoh, no. I sold all of that in Stell.
Fair
I
enough.
still have 2 kegs left of Stell, 3 kegs of Orc Shine, and
2 of them will buy a shot of Orc Shine, and the rest of them will just each grab a pint of Redmont.
you don't have any Redmont left.
They'll all grab
Just
a pint of
Stell.
Stell then. Okay. As they're just kind of talking, they're like, "Any word of the road up north, or did you come from the west?"
Came from
We could-
Skystead, darlings.
No, the west. I'm assuming the mountain pass has been cleared up then. It's good to hear. I'm sure the other traders will be ecstatic to hear that. Start bringing more supplies through.
I was unaware that it was ever closed, actually.
Not closed, but there were a number of events that made the ferry more profitable as a whole, even if you did have to spend some of your money to transport.
Interesting.
How much was the ferry to use it?
If you're bringing this much for us, it's about a silver piece for all of us to move across. It's mostly, if you're just people, it's a couple copper each, if that. For your guys, I'd assume maybe silver, a couple coins. Should be good to go. But, meh. Redmont's been interesting as of late. I don't know how long you've been there, but seems the town's Little Redmont's finally getting back to its liveliness. Seems like this whole scare of these storms have moved away things, and Redmont is, well, Redmont, as ever.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, if you hear anything else, let us know, and otherwise, you be careful.
Always, darling.
So they pack up. They each grab a pint. It wasn't as huge of a haul, mostly just because they're hoping for something a little cheaper, a couple glasses each. But when the price became doubled, they're unable to afford that at this time, as they're gonna head out, and they thank you. They offer to help pack up the bar as well. It's not super difficult. It's a lot of just sliding stuff, but they offer, and if you accept, they help you out, and then they head on their way.
Nice.
Alrighty. So you guys continue towards Little Redmont. Before you get into Little Redmont proper, along one of the side roads, a child, like a small child, young girl, maybe like 6 or so, comes running up to the cart, as there's a dog that just kind of follows. It's just maybe a family pet or otherwise. And she comes up and just goes, like, looking like almost like you guys are exhibits in yourselves, as you are all very unusual. And she's just like, wow.
I don't trust this dog.
If you guys don't stop, then she just does that, and she like kind of stops, watches you guys as
I'm
you
gonna
keep
give her a
going.
high five.
Oh, you do? As she sees it, she goes, are you on the cart?
Yeah, I'll lean off.
Yeah, she like tries to jump, does it. And the dog like
Nice.
barks a little bit as you do this, like, whoo,
Nice.
arf, arf.
I don't know.
as that's it. As you guys head into Little Redmont proper.
Ooh.
As you guys see the large library that you have become very accustomed to seeing in this town.
I haven't.
Have you been through Little Redmont? No, you haven't. Okay, so all the scenes I have described previously, your character is made aware of.
Oh, perfect. I love this library, Ox. I visited all the time.
No, you're just aware of seeing the outside. You're not aware of all the interconnected pieces of it.
Are we staying in Little Redmont for the night?
Probably.
That's up to you guys.
I suppose so. If we're gonna be getting things from here. Yeah.
What time of the day is it, Ox?
At this point, you're arriving in the afternoon, like sometime around like
Arriving.
4 or 5.
Would anybody want to go in the surrounding areas and maybe well, I'm going to look for
What is the word?
Herbs, alchemical supplies.
Alchemical supplies. Thank you.
I'm going to go look for alchemical supplies in the surrounding area
Alchemical fragrance.
until the darkness falls. If anyone wants
Don't
to join me.
think you'll find much other than farmland, but if you want someone to watch your back, I can come with you.
More so company.
That's fair enough.
I have some business with the stable master I could get to.
DT, John, y'all have anything in particular?
Yeah, I wanted to stop at the library before we leave.
Okay. Before you leave, okay, we can deal with that tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Let's start with the stable master because that's going to happen first. DT, is there anything you want to do?
Not that I can think of.
Everyone's welcome to come and join me if you would like.
Yeah, I'm pretty right. Like, I know, Levias would have gone and checked up on the library and see if any reports come from, old mate,
Risen.
Risen, that's it, thank you. But yeah, Thea doesn't know about that, so yeah, I don't really have much. So I'm good.
Okay. You just head to the tavern.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hang out. You head over to the Angry Goose. Theo is there. He saw you on your passing through last time, chats with you, all that fun stuff. Business seems to slowly be picking up as he's telling you. Let's go to Zane. Let's go to Star.
Okay.
With the stable master.
Tobias!
Ah! Welcome back.
Is your stables open?
Of course, they're always open for somebody who brings in good business.
Well,
And plus, the little one, I'm assuming Baloo is with you.
Of course. I could.
As he like goes over, like recognizing him, comes over, sniffs him, and then just kind of like rubs up against him, trying to spread his scent. As Tobias leans down and kind of scratches him a little bit, goes, "Of course, I have room for this one, and I'm assuming your horses as well."
Yes, we have quite the posse at the moment.
Well, and I'm assuming the well, I assume girl.
We weren't here with that.
What's
he
that?
He didn't bring that to the stable last time because we didn't stop by the stop.
Oh, that was in No, was it in Stell?
Stell, we did.
No, I did leave it. I left it in Redmont, I think.
Yes,
and
yeah, you left it in Redmont proper.
And
right.
Little Redmont on the way, through.
Yeah, I thought he had met our wyvern friend.
I didn't stop here, so I.
Oh, I'm sorry then. Okay, I apologize. Well, I assume. Well, of course, welcome in, and anyone is Blue still comes over. He pets him. Well, and I'm assuming you have horses.
Yes, quite a few actually.
Well, easy enough to do. We have plenty of room tonight. How many for how long?
Six horses.
I can give you some gold for them.
It should be just for the night.
Providing your own feed?
Yes.
No, well, easy enough then. Well, at this point, we're just handling rooms, so let's say 2 copper for each horse, the bear. Well, I like that one. Let's say 1 copper for him. We'll call that even.
Very well.
Yeah.
Money. And I wasn't available to take up your offer for dinner. You open tonight?
I'll be closing up here soon, and be happy to. My place or tavern?
Yes. You said your wife made something good?
She does indeed. And I'm sure she'll have something going this time.
I'll bring a bottle.
Appreciate it.
I'll let other people go, but I want to try and go to the brew.
Yeah, and you're gonna pick
Brewery.
up. Yeah, easy enough. Are you trying to make connections there, or are you just purchasing content?
I'm just purchasing at the moment.
Easy enough. Just standard rates.
Okay.
Let's go with you guys in the wilderness. Why don't you roll me either a craft check or a knowledge nature check?
How about alchemy lore
Alchemy lore is appropriate.
or herbalism?
I make a perception check to keep a lookout for danger.
Yeah, absolutely. Either of those two is fine, Logan. Alchemy lore, 25. Perfect. You're in a super difficult area. That is a success. It is not a critical success because you're in fucking farmland. You're literally like rummaging through people's and being like, do they have any weeds growing that they don't know about? That's
You're
not,
the guy. You're the guy who's looking through cow
for
poop
mushrooms.
for mushrooms.
In the farm patties, in the cow patties.
I like it.
That's literally what you are. Yeah, Grog. As he's like, as he like bends down to pick up stuff, you see a farmer coming out with a freaking pitchfork, just like power walking your guys' way.
Are there any churches?
Yeah, there are churches here.
Syrian, I think we might want to be going now.
Why?
There's a fellow who doesn't look too happy that we're on his property.
Oh, we can talk to him.
Why don't we? Can I like start trying to like pull him a little bit?
What the fuck just
Through your
happened?
headphones.
I lost my
You threw
headphones as
headphones
I just did it harder and harder and faster.
Is anyone
as it just flew off my head.
weird?
Can I just like try and like pull on his shirt a bit to like start moving with me? I'm like, no, he definitely looks pretty angry, and I definitely think we might be trespassing. So let's just go.
You found something akin to about 8 silver worth of alchemical supplies,
Wow. Okay.
but you got to take the time to gather them before Grog pulls you off.
Phrasing.
I mean, I'll gather as much as I can.
Okay, you get like a silver and a half of supplies.
All right.
As he just like scoops up stuff, and then like you guys just like book it. As soon as you guys start running, the farmer's like, meh, just like leaves. He comes over to like the spot you guys were examining and sees some plants that weren't his crops. As he just like, uses the pitchfork to like uproot and like stomp on it. Damn kids getting their psychedelics. Great.
Ox, I changed my mind about going to see them before we left and seeing them tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
I actually wanted to do. Fair, do you have any plans?
All right, that's me.
Who the fuck is Thea?
Yeah, Levias. It's like no. None that, well, nothing pertinent at least.
Would you like to see a friend of mine in the city?
Oh, certainly. I always love meeting new people.
Perfect. Go over to the library.
You head there and you see the typical counter worker is not there, as at this point they are closed.
Mm-hmm.
You go and knock, easy enough to do, as a hooded figure comes to the door. As you just hear, hello, we're closed for the night.
Does the voice? Can I roll like a
Yeah,
perception? Voice sounds familiar.
It's a brute.
I'm gonna hold up the symbol that the tutor gave me.
So you like, and put it like against the window. This kind of like
Mhm.
fogged glass.
The
Mhm.
door's still
As-
closed.
It's me.
Roll me a will save, since that's the first thing you did instead of saying your name.
That's fair. Do you just try to like? I guess that's fair.
Yeah, he just charmed you,
That's fair.
which is fair. Oh, come in, come in.
Wait, did I save it or did he?
Yeah, you saved it.
Okay. Whew, I was like, oh, fucking. Yep.
You saved it.
Hello.
Come in, come in. As it opens, he goes, "Oh, Jermaine.
Yes.
My apologies. Well,
That's okay.
please come in."
Lead with that next time.
Give me a second while I remember your name.
I literally.
Aberuro. Baruro. Aburo. Aburo.
Abrir.
I can't roll my R's. Ablulu.
Abrir.
Anyway, this is my friend Thea.
Hello,
Pleasure to meet
darling.
you.
Pleasure to meet you.
I would like to pay for some services.
He closes the door behind you. And what services would those be?
I start pulling out like
As he like
ramblings
looks at
of a
Thea up
madman.
and down.
Eh.
Huh.
First I'm gonna hand him the Book of Arcano. I'd like to get this scribed in another copy so that you could have one, and I can have one.
Takes like a quick glance through it. My, you brought me a gift. Well, no cost for that.
Well, not a car. I'm gonna give you some money so you can have one of your understudies scribe it, or maybe you can scribe it yourself. The
Understood.
book mentions these ruins. Here they are, verbatim of how they were, in the place where I found the book or found the ruins. Yeah, it's supposed to be some way to combat anti-magic. You could.
Is this? Oh, okay. The sigils.
Yeah,
from
I did.
that
I
site?
did.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember. I spent
Yeah,
like
I
a
remember
couple
you
hours.
said that. Yeah.
I was hoping you probably want these, as well because they're referenced in the book, but these are what they look like. And also, if you find some things in the book about altering wild magic's permanent effects, I would appreciate it because you're gonna be. I haven't had a chance to flip through this book yet, so
course.
I'm assuming you're gonna be able to. You're probably more well read than I am.
I don't know about that. You have many more years on me.
Yeah, make an old man plush.
Well, I can do this. Why don't
Yes.
I can easily scribe the book. It'll take some time, but the next time you're through Little Redmont on your travels, I should have it done in a few
Naturally.
weeks. Why don't you come back tomorrow? I'll make a copy of these symbols and I'll keep them and I'll give them to you in case you want to do your own studies in the meantime.
Yep, I'm gonna hand him a bag of like 42 silver because I
Okay.
don't like
Whoa.
He takes it.
having. Yeah, thank you.
Just for the sake of ease, you get a copy of those ruins.
Perfect. I was actually gonna say I was gonna stick around and do an academia check to help him if you wanted that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll take it, but we'll just
Mhm.
say you successfully
Spend
help
the
him. He,
yeah.
he copies
Perfect.
those ruins. Those are the big thing because he's
That's
like,
what I want. Yes.
yeah, I want to give these to you because this won't take much time. You can take these
Mhm.
with you, and
Perfect.
then I'll scribe this book over,
Alright.
the next week or two.
I'm just gonna write on my inventory just so I don't forget. I'm gonna keep the book. I'm just gonna parentheses that Abrir has him.
Yeah, sounds good.
So how's it been since the storm came through?
Well, you learned a lot about it last time that you were here, but I suppose slowly things are coming back to usual, and people are dealing with the grief of the loss of loved ones and friends and neighbors. A community has been wounded, and this will take some time to heal.
Have you ever heard of this Arcano man before?
Well, there was a time when I had a interesting conversation with a member of Okanos without him realizing my nature. And while just glancing through the book, there are similar ideologies in their order and this Arcano, as you call it. So perhaps that is uh, derision? What am I trying to say?
Derivation.
Derivation of their order? Their
They've
Um,
derived.
beginning
I
of their
don't-
order.
I don't think
the
so.
Derision? Yeah, derived, but of their order.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whatever the that is of
That's
it.
fair. That's fair. I understand. With all these books, I figured you'd know that word.
English is hard.
Brain fart.
Yeah, common is hard.
Yes, I actually had the chance to speak with this Arcano man, person, entity, whoever it was, whomever they are.
Interesting.
Wait, you haven't told me that one? Interesting.
Yeah, well, no, that's why I brought you. I figured you'd, like to hear the story. Two
Oh,
birds with
always.
one stone. They seemed not too. I don't think they even knew about the Arcanos, or at least vaguely had heard about them. They had been gone for many years at that time, and they're slowly getting a foothold. They don't have many followers though.
Are you?
Yeah. What?
You're speaking like this individual is a god.
He's either the closest thing some people like us will ever get to meeting an entity like that. He spoke and acted and did things that I don't think I will ever see again. He, you know who Nethys is? Yes, I'm going to assume, so I could just gloss over that. He holds magic to a higher standard, but instead of accepting it in all of its faults and all of its glory, he takes the good things and tries to control the bad. And that sort of practice I can respect. And if there's a way we can spread the word or at least learn from him without, we could try to have a world where we're not being hunted. And that's something I'd be interested in trying to start.
It's an interesting idea, and while I'd love to debate philosophy with you, I think I'll find more in this book, as you haven't had the chance to gloss over it.
Yes.
But I would say that a being whose one half is to destroy and one half is to create, to sequester one is like working with one arm at all times. It takes a lot longer to describe a book.
Yeah.
Well,
Not if you use, mage hand. We got our ways.
Jerry. Well, thank you for the gifts, and thank you for the coin, of course. That will keep me going for some time. Well, if you need anything else, please stop by. And
Yes, one last thing before I leave. You know who Risen is. Risen knows who you are. If he happens to stop through here, I'll probably be coming back here in between journeys. If you can let him know to stay, maybe give him some coin to stick around until I get back. I'll give you some more if you can. And we're starting to pick up speed with our travel and bring more attention. I'd like to have some trained men watch over our card, not just us. So let him know I have more coin to pay him.
I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that. I have not gotten a letter from him, but given the nature, it could be some time,
Yes,
or he
Couple
may,
months.
if there's not much to have, he could, of course, just come with that letter himself.
Yeah,
I'll do what I can
hopefully.
to keep him around, and hopefully you'll run his way.
Thank you. All right, Abru. It was nice seeing you.
It was a pleasure seeing you, and it was a pleasure meeting you, darling.
Oh, you too. Next time we must sit down for a cup of tea. I absolutely love your outfit.
Well, thank you. Well, it's not often I hear that. Well, at the end of the day, I guess the most important thing is, as they kind of look at you.
Looking fabulous.
Yeah. As you say that in character, you're like looking fabulous, like as they kind of reach out, and you feel like a pluck as they reach out their hand towards you, like nearby, as you feel like a pluck.
Mm-hmm.
As they just kind of smile and go, well, tell me anytime you're performing in the tavern. I'd love to hear one of your songs. It's been some time. It's been a few weeks since we've had someone so skilled come through.
No doubt I'll be seeing if I can perform tonight.
I'll see if I can make it.
Till then, darling.
You head out, and Jerry and them stay a little late
Yeah.
to work on those ruins and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
When we leave, I just want to like chat with Thea a little bit before we get to the bar.
Okay, yeah. You deal the ruins first, and then you guys head out.
Thea, you've been with us for a while, and I feel like I know the least about you, or at least second least. Although I know a bit about Siren at this point. He was very upfront. I don't want to make a fool out of myself, though I'm sure I will. When people talk about me, they go, "Oh, Jerry, he's old." But when I talk about you, I go, "Thea," and then I don't know what to say afterwards. And I would like to know so that I don't act more oblivious than I already am. Does that make sense?
Listening
This
to
is very
Jerry
uncomfortable for me.
explain
As at this
that
point,
he wants to know what pronouns to
Yeah.
use.
yeah. As at this point, you see Grog and Syrian like trotting down, like, is he behind us? No. Okay, I think we lost him. It's like Syrian the whole time's been looking through this. As Grog is like pulling him, like, is he following? No. Okay, I think we lost him. Ooh, ooh. As you guys like cross paths with them.
I'm so surprised that we found this in that farm. Really quite.
Ew.
It's just it's usually in forests. I'm surprised it was that far into this farmland.
I hope
It's just like a
useful.
little. It literally just looks like a tiny little green leaf with like purple in it. It looks like absolutely nothing special.
Yeah, super unassuming, like a dandelion leaves, but just has like speckles of purple in it.
Truly, lucky find.
This could buy you a drink.
Oh, truly a lucky find.
As at this point, you guys are chatting as they walk up. As I want to know what to say. It's like you guys are like, oh, it's Jerry. As you like look and see
wanna
Jerry
know what
like
love
right
is.
there.
It's like beet red.
Yeah.
Just
Honestly, I'm not too worried exactly what people use. If you want to go by what I was born with, then he would be fine.
okay. I'm still gonna say just Thea until I'm more comfortable.
It honestly does not worry me.
Okay.
It took me quite a
I'm
long
glad.
time to figure out exactly who I am, but I don't begrudge anyone if they don't understand.
Alright. Well, that's good. Because I don't understand a lot. So,
But
it's
that
good.
is what the journey of life is, darling. Going out, exploring, finding each other, our oneselves. It is the wonderful thing about life. Being stuck in a mine, digging up iron and gold, that is so boring. Seeing the world and exploring it and opportunities, that is what true life is.
Well, you'd think this far into true life, I'd know a lot more.
You're young.
I'm getting to the end here.
As
No,
you just hear, truly a lucky find.
Yeah.
as
It's
you guys
just
reconnect
one
at
ending.
that point.
One ending, darling. There's always something else to learn.
Oh god.
You guys meet back at the Angry Goose.
Mhm.
Like I said, business has started to pick up a little bit. There's a couple
Mhm.
patrons, about 8 other people here. There is a gnome here with bright green troll hair. If you remember the trolls from back
You
in the day.
animal.
Like
That's
just
incredible.
very tall, like half his height, just standing up,
The troll dolls that you put on, like the pencil
curled on the
toppers
back.
in you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Curled back with
I got
green
you.
hair.
Are they still
I
at
want to grab him by the hair and
No.
swing him around. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Shove
I
your
could like.
gun up his
What
arse.
what's that
Jesus.
sport? What's that sport where you swing a ball or
Game of
that, but with a
Thrones.
gnome?
Squash ball.
No.
No, it's not
It's
squash
hammer
ball.
throw, is it?
Hammer.
Yeah.
Hammer
throw.
throw.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about caber tossing.
You've got to be fucking kidding me! This is the worst slop I've had this side of Redmont. Let me back in the kitchen to cook for you, goddammit! Look, this is my bar, and at the end of the day, I'm not gonna stand for that. I'll let you cook, but don't fucking insult me. You need insulting if you're gonna be cooking like this, you piece of shite. Who taught you? Your own goddamn mother? She probably had no taste on herself.
Sir,
What are you looking at, you green fuck?
I'm looking at how you are insulting this man in his own business.
Well, this man shouldn't be serving things. This beast had to die to give this. He's disrespecting his own corpse. Might as well spit on the grave of his own father.
Better than fucking his mother.
As like at this point, Theo is in like red face mad, but also like kind of amused at this.
I think you might be exaggerating a bit there, sir. I've never
Oh, I
had a
trust you.
horrible
Trust
meal.
me, I don't exaggerate. I only do one thing. I tell the truth, and this man can't cook to save his own tavern. If his food was good enough, it doesn't matter what comes through this town. They're going to come far and wide to eat.
I honestly don't think his food was that bad.
And you have no taste either, you dwarf. You're probably used to eating half your stuff in dust.
Why
Hey,
are you
you
so
nodded.
rude?
Grolg is really considering grabbing him by the hair now.
Just tossing it by the hair.
And
What's she
away
talking about?
you go!
Can we
What'd
take
you-
a quick break?
Yeah, if we need to here. That's
Pee
fine.
break.
Well, I'm gonna step out. If you guys want to keep playing,
Yeah.
you can. I'm only gonna be like 5
No, that's
minutes.
fine. We can take a quick pee break. I'm almost out of water.
I need to go sit down and pee.
Yeah, sounds good.
Too
I
young.
like. We'll end with the. And you probably eat half your stuff covered in dust. As Thea's like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the road a lot, so yeah, of course. Yeah. Be right back.
And the mine, you know.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back.
Don't we should talk about dust? Dust is expensive.
No.
right. So,
Try to keep our box.
can I ask what you're staring at?
Oh,
You.
Who's talking to who?
your big dumb head.
He's like looking at Grog and everything. So this one has insults. Try something a little more creative. I've heard that one probably about 700 times in the last week, being in this fucking racist human town.
Well, to be honest, most of the time that I've spent talking to you and looking at you, I've just been considering the possibility of grabbing you by the top of your hair and swinging you around like I was about to do a hammer throw. I would never do it because I don't believe
No,
that.
hold on. This might be a good idea.
Well, I mean, if you're willing to try, I'm more than willing to deliver.
How about we play a game? I win. Well, I don't know what I want. You win, you get to do this. I win, I get your pants.
He doesn't wear any.
I was gonna say, Grolk just wears like a belt with some underwear.
Yep, that one.
These are my only pants, though.
Okay, I'm sure you have plenty of clubs. That thing on your back.
Absolutely not that.
Guess you'll know what it's like to throw a gnome by the hair.
Alright, you can have my pants, but not the belt.
Fair enough. Game of cards. See, like, pulls out, starts, like, doing, like, bridges in the air and all that. He's just, like, sits down, slaps it. We'll just do a standard high card. How's that?
Sure, if you don't mind me and my friends checking the deck first.
Sure, you can cut it, do whatever you want. Just a game of luck.
I'm
Not a
gonna,
halfling,
the
but
dagger.
some say I'm pretty lucky.
I'm going to, take the cards, and I'm gonna kind of like, gesture to Jerry. To, like, whisper. Can you just
Yeah.
make sure that he isn't using any magic during this?
Okay.
Okay, thanks. And then I'm just gonna look through the deck, make sure there's no like duplicates or anything like that. Like
Okay.
any like fifth ace or anything like that.
Yeah, roll me a perception check. You look through it. There is an extra 2 of clubs in there.
Pull it out.
Yep.
Show it to him.
Oh, sorry. You can keep that one. That must have come from when I was doing 2 decks we were doing poker with like 11 people. Yeah, you can keep that one. Yeah, notice the back. It's a different color.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like a slightly different shade of red.
Gotcha.
This guy's
almost identical in every way.
Gotcha. So it wasn't different at all.
No,
So
I
it
mean,
was
like I
marked,
said, it
essentially.
was a slightly different shade of red. Like it could have just been like from another, like he bought another set of cards that were like another red
Newer.
back set of cards, and they were just different.
His name isn't Richard Turner by any chance, is it?
Who's that?
No.
I just want to say that I would have been real funny if if I didn't notice that and then he was just like, and I was like, 3 of hearts. But I have 5. I have
Oh, it's just high
5
card.
too.
It's literally just draw the first one, high card wins.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So
aces count as aces count as 1. Kings the high. Jokers, please take those 2 out. So nothing.
I take them out.
There's 2 in there. There's not like 7. Take them out.
Would you like me to deal so it's kept fair?
Sure, whatever you like. Oh, you're also good at cards. Good. That makes sense. You're a bard, yeah. I see someone of your group has some skill. Or at least I assume he's in your group, considering, well, we're all oddities here, no?
Only you.
Well, you human would fucking say that, you goddamn piece of shit.
Yeah.
Hey, no need for those kind of things. We're just here playing some cards, nice and friendly.
You know what, you're
No,
right.
he's the piece of shit. It's okay though.
I don't think he was commenting on your appearance as the reason of your outsider
you're
status.
just a shitbag. But it's okay.
Jeez, tone it down, Jerry. Okay.
I'm
He made
quite
me
surprised.
mad. He made fun of a customer service representative. That's like the worst thing you can do.
Who's killing animals and feeding their food like he doesn't even care about what they taste like. You could add salt. It exists.
Do you by any chance do labor for a living?
I did for years.
Yeah.
I was
It
a cook.
shows. You're really,
Professional
really good
nose
at digging
picker,
a
right?
hole deeper.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Well, I assume your mother was a mortician because I'm about to bury you.
Morticians don't bury people.
No, but they do pay somebody to dig a hole.
So you're going to pay yourself to dig a hole
No,
to
I'm
bury
going to
him
buy
in?
mercenaries to come and go ooga booga booga at him and run off. Wearing your pants, of course.
Wait,
Ideal at the cards.
Jerry's wearing my pants?
No,
or
no,
the
the mercenaries. All 7 of them are going to be wearing the same pair of pants.
I don't think that'll fit that many people.
This is goblin fashion. It's going to catch on.
I don't.
Better than,
You'd be
That's
surprised.
racist.
better than gnome fascism.
That's
All
true.
right, let's just draw already.
Well, he deals out cards, like 1 each.
Yeah, I've done it.
So I'm gonna knowledge Arcana to see if he casts any spells.
Sure.
If I see his like hands move or anything like that.
Absolutely. Any words murmured or hands moved or otherwise.
Mummered.
I do nothing to
Take a
help the
look.
rolls. It is a pure luck thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
luck. Sure. Yeah, you look. He has done nothing.
Okay.
Roll me a, what is that, 1 through 10, 11,
52.
12, 13? 13.
Well, yeah, you just go
Alright.
and see like what. Like
Yeah.
the suit doesn't matter.
Roll me a d13. Cool.
Fridge.
Perfect. So,
You got a
flip this over.
7.
10.
Oh,
He got a 10.
I was hoping you're going to roll it publicly. Boom, boom.
Well, that's the name of the game. 10 of
Right,
hearts. 10 of hearts, my love, and I'm going to love those trousers. Now, please hand them over.
I'm gonna say no problem, and I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna fart real loud, and then I'm gonna pull him down and give him to him.
Takes them. As all the other patrons are like, like, ugh, as he just like collapses, like, yes, this is what I knew this town would have something to offer. Although I knew it'd be in the tall folk.
Bro's gonna kind of shiver a bit. It's a little cold now.
Would I have a
I'll
blanket?
make the
Would
new pants.
It's okay. I actually did have other pants. I'll pull out like my
you pull out another set.
completely identical underwear. Just
I told you this was going to catch on. Well, fair enough. Is he slaps it onto his back as you hear the sweatiness of it from
Gross.
2 weeks of walking.
These ones are the one that had the fur lining that Jerry did for you.
Yeah, I think
no,
so.
I
Yeah.
just had my own.
Well, it'd be pretty weird to be wearing those right now. It's pretty hot here.
I thought it was like winter time now.
Well,
compared
well,
to where
I
we
think
were.
fair. Let's do the hammer toss. You brought me plenty of amusement today.
All right.
Okay, we're going outside. Anyone want to see a gnome get thrown across the street? Please let me know. Come outside. It's 4 coins each. It's like all 8 of these people put 4 copper coins. Like it come out he plants them in the bag. Like puts his bag down. Everyone pays.
By the way, do you happen to speak Draconic?
I've been known to speak a number of things or two.
That doesn't answer my question.
I've been yes. Hold on.
Okay.
Old Draconic or New Draconic? They're very different.
What is the book that Grog
It says
read?
Draconic for Dummies. That's all it says.
I would assume it would I would assume it would be new draconic. Old is generally more arcane magics.
There's not
Well,
a
good for you.
difference.
I speak both. So,
Okay, never mind then.
A lot of ancient magic is generally.
why do you
rooted in
ask the
draconic.
question?
In order to find out.
Oh, that's good. That's a good.
Precisely.
Fair enough. Well,
Grog was totally gonna be like, sling, pray.
I would-
No,
Still could do
he's
it.
not that evil. He's not evil.
Fetch.
Well, I'm quite tired, so I'm going to retire for the night. It's another 2 silver for the room, right, barkeep?
yes.
Kinda. Fuck, what is
Just
his name?
says-
It's
Just
Theodore or something.
Theo.
Theo. It's like, Theo.
Hold on, is this Logan having a little bit to drink and 2 silvers too much?
It's a lot.
And what does your character think it's worth?
No,
He
no, no,
goes,
no. This
you
is
say
this
2
is
silver,
Logan
goes,
messing up.
yes.
Logan messing up.
Yes, and
Oh.
I'm just
How
like,
much have we been paying
yeah.
before?
Yeah, it's like 4 copper. It's like 4 copper for the room.
What did I pay last time?
You didn't come here last time.
Fuck,
Got you
right.
there. 2
Uh,
silver is perfectly fine.
4 copper then, yeah. 4 copper for the room, I assume.
Will do. He comes over and takes your 4 copper, puts it in the bag. As he goes over to Grog and goes, throw him as hard as you can. Try to hit a wall.
Whoa!
Takes his 4 copper. Says, try to hit a wall. Theo goes back inside.
Tyrion heads upstairs and retires to his room.
If I'm watching, kind of, I'm just strumming away at my
You're
lyre.
gonna hate him.
Yeah, kind of. This goblin is throwing you higher than you've ever been thrown before.
He goes out there and goes,
Are there any like bodies of water nearby?
no, there's like a
There's not-
barrel. He goes out into the
okay,
road
so
and
there's
goes,
not like a
"Oh,
fountain
make
or
another
anything?
bet."
Maybe.
He goes, draw a line there, you get a quarter of the pot. Draw a line there, you get half of it. Draw the line all the way out there, and you get all of it. If you don't beat that first line, you got to put in 4 copper.
I'm gonna draw the lines and then I'm gonna say pay up.
No, I draw them. Like they're going to be reasonable.
Well, the bet was draw a line there.
No, I'm
and,
drawing
like,
a line, and you throw me past it.
Oh, okay. How much?
It's like the first one's like 10 feet, the second one's like 15 feet, and the third one's like 25 feet.
Okay.
Like 25 feet, probably not reasonable. You could get 10. You could do 10.
I like that you just link the spell. You don't say what it does.
I know, right? I just search for that.
+1.
Yeah, it was the wrong thing I was looking at.
Yeah, sure. I can. I'm willing to make that bet.
Fair enough.
You won't find a stronger goblin.
Sounds good. I would hate to be remiss. I will find a luckier one though.
Maybe.
Oh, and Thea, you can keep the cards. Or he just goes up to you and goes, "Oh, and you can keep the cards."
Thank you. Yoink.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Roll
gonna
me an
get
athletics check.
in throwing position.
Athletics +1.
13.
Okay, yep. You throw him 10 feet. As he hits the apex, he stops descending.
Ooh.
As he hits the apex, as you're like, get him, as you're like, oh, well, 10. As he stops descending, keeps floating, and goes, "Thank you, have a nice day!" As he reaches his hand out, and the bag comes to him with all the coins, as he starts floating off.
Oh, Ox. I was paying attention to him pretty hard.
Yep.
Can I try to how many people in the bar first of all?
Well, they're not in the bar. He's in the street.
Oh, okay, yeah. How many people out in the street?
Like 10.
Okay, never mind. Gold's gone, or the money's gone.
How fast is he moving?
Well, you threw him, so he's moving pretty fast.
Yeah, but that was a bad roll.
Did he cast the Spellox?
He did not give any visual signs of visual, audible, or otherwise signs of casting
race
a
is he?
spell. Gnome.
So he's slower than me. Let's go.
He's currently
He's
flying.
Flying.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, now
Yeah, he got
this is
thrown,
where
and at
you
the
say
Oh,
pray. This is where
Yeah, I
you
was gonna say, in Draconic, sling,
fetch.
pray, go get him.
Oh, okay. As you just see, the sling's just gonna start flying towards him.
I imagine he's like panicking, trying to.
You
breast
might
stroke
want
in
to
the air.
fall, sir. He's pretty used to catching flying birds.
Let me look at his spell list real quick. Let's see if he has something to deal with this. Probably not, but
Oh, so he has spells. Okay, good. Thank you for clarifying
Obviously.
that.
The players know. It's about whether the characters can reasonably determine that.
I mean,
Well,
I
it
think
could've
we
been a
can
magic
reasonably
item.
determine after he started
He
just
could've had-
floating.
He could have had an accomplice that cast a spell on him.
correct.
We had no way to know whether he had spells.
I mean, he was a gnome too. I think there's
now you're racist?
already.
And he had
Yeah,
green
that's
No.
hair.
racist.
I mean, they are innately magical.
Can they innately fly?
Okay.
No, but they're
So,
innately magical.
as
So
he's
I had an idea that they might be magical.
as he's moving, he just goes, "Oh shit!" as he like snaps his fingers and goes invisible.
He's
the
got a good
sling-
nose on him.
He does have a good nose. Roll me a survival check. He's got scent.
God, invisibility is at least a second level
Uh,
spell. Jesus.
What's his survival modifier?
Hold on.
What's his
Pull it up.
wisdom? And he should be trained,
He is.
probably. He's a...
So his wisdom is a +3,
So what's his?
and they're
survival
not
level
trained
5?
in survival. They are trained in acrobatics, athletics, and stealth.
Wasn't he taking the seek action, not the not a survival check?
Well, right now he's doing scent,
Yeah, he's using
which
scent,
is a survival check.
Yeah.
Oh.
because he's invisible and not leaving any traps or tracks.
Well, as long as he gets within like 30 feet of him, he should just be able to smell him.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming that that man isn't changing direction since he was just flying in a straight line.
I mean, a seek is searching for creatures.
But yeah,
Go ahead.
So what am I rolling?
What is the seek action? Is that perception then?
I'm reading it now. It says you can select a 30-foot cone or a 15-foot burst within line of sight. You might take a
Yes.
penalty if you choose an area that's far away.
Yeah, in this case, let's use scent because it just says involves sensing a creature or object by smell, usually with a vague sense. The range is listed in the ability as 30 feet. And it functions only if the creature or object is detected to emit aromas. He would. He's a
I'm just unsure how scent works. I don't know what you roll for
No.
that and everything.
It's kind of like blind sight.
not even.
Like
It's just a general vague understanding of the direction they went in. It's not like he's right there.
So it's not precise. Okay.
Yeah, correct. It's unprecise.
Alright.
And it specifically it says scent, imprecise. 30 feet. It's exactly what it says on wyverns.
I'll follow him. As long
Survival
as
check.
I can.
Just make sure he picks up the scent.
So my survival.
No, his.
Uh,
He's not training it. He's got a wisdom of 3.
okay.
Give him a +2 for scent.
Okay, so 12.
12? Yeah, that's good enough. Takes him a second. He's kind of like flapping in the air, like really confused for a moment. Like, what the? No birds have ever done this. Like, this can happen. Like, he's talking to you in Draconic, like, this can happen. He's just
He's not a bird. Also, don't kill him. Just catch him.
As he starts like flying in a direction. He just starts like flying afterwards.
I'm just gonna keep running and following him.
Okay. It leads down an alley. It takes like a 90-degree turn to the left. And like he's currently like scratching and clawing at a barrel, like trying, like as you come over, he's like a dog, like a Labrador who's like rolled over this barrel and is trying to like get into it. Can't.
All right. Let me see. Can I just like pick up the barrel?
Yeah, as you do, you hear the scattering of coins.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, it sounds like something. It's not super heavy. It feels like an empty barrel. But you hear like something thumping, and you hear just the rattling of a bunch of coins.
If you're in there, you better speak up.
You just hear that, and just the clattering of change.
I'll open it.
Yeah. So you open it up. There's a bag with coin in it and a note.
God, he writes fast.
Well, I'm gonna take the coin. Is it just my money? I'm guessing.
No, it's not your. No, it's the coin that he got from the competition. It's 44 copper coins.
Okay.
It just says. Go ahead.
I
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what's the note?
This note will explode. Haha.
No.
It's the rat. It's the fucking rat. Reincarnated.
Descendant of the rat.
Descendant of the rat.
He did get turned into a human.
Yeah.
He did.
Who knows? He might have had a thing for gnomes.
That's fair.
They were small, like he used to be.
Yeah, he missed the feeling of a small body.
It says you win Casmop.
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 K-A-S-M-O-P.
Enemies? Casmop.
Casmop.
Ragmop. R-A-G-M-O-P-P-P. Ragmop.
Okay.
As everyone is like, as you start coming back, the people who stayed in the crowd are like, was he a fucking wizard? Someone call the Arcanos! No, that doesn't happen. These people
okay,
are
good.
like immediately horrified considering what just happened to their community.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as
Yeah.
they're like, was he a wizard? Oh god, get the fuck out of here! As they like all scatter, like go return to their homes immediately.
Yeah. This little troll kind of guy was talking shit and then does more to damage the business than the fucking cooking did.
What a nuisance. We'll say as I'm like coming back. I'll sling this. This just bought you some actual prey.
Death.
Jesus.
you just ignore the rest of it.
Sure.
Yeah, things have to die to eat them. Oh.
If you
Can I-
descent, if you detect dissent again, sure, why not?
You see him before I do. Well, fair enough. Well, you guys arrive back at an empty bar, the Angry Goose, with no patrons in it anymore. Except y'all.
What time is it?
You went to bed.
Time for you to
Yes,
get a
what time is it?
watch.
I don't know, like 9.
I would have spent some time crafting today then.
AM.
Okay.
And
Yes, you missed the whole night.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were doing, but you messed up.
Would you say that cooking would be like its own kind of skill check or something?
Yeah,
that could be, like,
it would. Yeah,
dependent
it would,
on what you say.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
yeah, I'd say so. I wouldn't say it's part of the tavern lore. I'd say that's like how you kind of had organized it was mostly meant for like the logistics, like not a
Like-
cook.
like
That's
if-
a different skill
If
set.
I had, like, if I was to say, hey, everybody, make a dish, to see who who's our
Yeah, I'd use different
cook.
skill checks based off of what they're doing. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Would any of you want to be the Constellation's chef?
Death is the door. Like he's like the wyvern looks at the door.
I wouldn't mind.
Uh,
Cooking is sort of a tradition with my people.
Mush.
Well, we got those trays. And, if we come across some stuff, if we could get some game out in the wilds.
Sure.
Any profits made from that, of course, will be yours.
Wyvern's,
That'd be
like,
nice.
walking on the
I could
tables right
actually
now.
make some money that way.
Would it be useful for bringing in even more people? We may have to find a safe place for Sling. So,
He's just
maybe.
growling at a spot at the table.
The spot on the table. Is
Yeah.
he in the bar right now?
Yeah, he said death, looked at the door, and now he's like growling at a spot in the tavern.
Why don't you
Bet
go
the
watch
invisible
the,
is invisible.
Why don't you go watch the cart, buddy? If you want, I'll bring by some chickens in a bit.
The carts are over at the stables.
Ah, the Constellation as the invisibility drops. I thought you'd never ask. You're needing a cook.
Eating.
Well,
That position's filled.
how unfortunate. Well, I came all this way as I've heard many things about a traveling bar, and I would love to offer my services for free.
We already have that arrangement.
Fair enough, then competing carts it is. Now get your beast away from it before I blow its head up.
If you do that, I will kill you.
Well, I paid you 44 copper. I'm sure it's fine.
44 copper that you attempted to take from me.
No, I left it. Do you not know how gnome biology works? The more entertained and chaos we cause, the longer we live.
You can only do so much so often. You will not survive here. Blow up his head.
Fair point. Fair point. Well,
You bring
I
much
assume that
fear
you-
to this area.
well, I assume you won't be needing a guard at this point. Shame.
Why do I have a feeling you're gonna keep showing up even if we say no to you?
Oh, trust me, people like you always bring the best of stories.
You look
I don't
like a
want this
lonely
Team
person
Rocket.
that might just keep following us.
Well, lonely no, bored yes.
Team Rocket, we hammer throw him at the end of every episode.
I really don't like people like you.
Well, fair enough. Here's your pants back, by the way. I cheated on the cards. It was an illusion all along. Goodbye! As he kicks the door open.
Illusion?
As you look through, you find the second 10 of hearts. You're like, what? As he goes, goodbye, kicks the door open, it flashes away to like a 7 of clubs.
Surprised to see someone so blatantly using magic. I
Trying to
know
get
I'm not
everyone
there. That's
around here
Logan saying that.
killed.
He said,
Can't believe someone could have such a disregard for others' safety.
I can't believe that John rolled a 28 against his fucking check to see if he
He
spoke
cast
magic.
it before.
Yeah.
That's
Correct.
why, like, it was already illusion, and I wasn't casting
Soon as
detect
you
magic
dealt-
for a card game.
Yeah.
As soon as you finish shuffling and you go to deal, he's like, no. And he doesn't have to do any verbal. He doesn't have to do any kind of demonstration that the spell has happened. And nobody was like, he's cheating. Let me look at the deck. And was like, where's the 7 of clubs?
I thought they looked at the deck
What?
before it started.
I
Beforehand.
literally looked.
Beforehand.
Yeah. You know, like a sane person.
The long and short is,
So what you say,
John-
Ox, is you lied.
no,
No,
you
I know,
found
I know.
everything in there.
Yeah, I know.
I may have been mistaken in describing it. Basically, John, looking for any kind of spell or any residual, he didn't see anything that would indicate a spell was cast.
Mm-hmm.
I get what happened. It was just saying like, oh, you didn't look at the deck afterwards. It's like, yeah, because I didn't think I had to,
Yeah,
because I already looked at it.
I know. I'm just like I'm saying, like upon further examination, it would have been revealed.
Yeah.
So he kicks the door open and leaves, as you guys, blatant disregard all that fun stuff. As the night kind of comes to a close.
It's saying there was no reason to.
Could I roll a crafting check for? I'm going to start crafting an
roll it on the
elixir of
fourth die.
life. On the 4th, okay.
What are you making though?
Elixir of life.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Ox is looking up Elixir of Life.
Yep.
It's just health potions. That's all it is. It's like a D6.
Worth
Plus
3 gold.
1. And then I think for the next 10 minutes,
You get
you gain
like some
bonuses
bonus
to
on poison,
saves.
poisons and diseases.
For 10 minutes. Neat. Okay. Cool. Anything else you guys were wanting to do? Otherwise, we'll go to sleep and start heading to Karak Tal'Dor.
Well, I was going to perform tonight, but all the patrons are fucked off, so there's not much point in doing that. So yeah.
Yep. Some guy coming in and being flippantly casting magic like a lunatic kind of made them go, "Oh fuck."
I want to get some food for
Yeah.
for
How many
Sling.
chickens are you gonna buy? They're 3 copper each.
They're 3 copper each.
Yeah.
That's cheap as fuck.
I was gonna say I'm gonna just use the 44 copper that I just got and buy 42 of them. Right? That's
You got 44 copper.
Yeah,
Let
42.
me double
42
check
of
that.
them.
Are there rules in
Or
this
not
game?
42. 42 copper worth of them, which would be 10.
14 chickens. That's
Four-
3 copper
Is
each.
it 14? Yeah, 14 chickens. 4 of them I'm gonna release right away for him to go
A
after.
chicken apparently is no. That's nope. Yeah, I don't have rules for it, so we're gonna say 5 copper. Screw it, 5 copper.
So we're gonna increase the price. Okay.
That's a little more reasonable. It's long-term food. Yada yada yada.
Still, like I said, gonna get as many as I can with that 44. Actually, I'll throw in an extra one, so I'll get 9 chickens and
Sure.
I'll give him 3 tonight, and
Okay.
I'll do they come with cages when I buy them or no?
No, they're just chickens.
Alright, I'll just get I'll use
He
the old
offers to
cage.
put them in a box. Oh,
Put 'em
you'll
in a
use. Okay,
box?
yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I'll
stuff
use
them
my
all in
old
that cage.
cage. Yeah, stuff them all in there and just throw them in the cart when I'm done.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 3 that you throw out, it's horrific. Like the wyvern goes over, like bites one of their heads off. Like
I want to also be clear. I'm letting him do this outside of the town.
Yeah,
like I don't want.
Yeah, I understand. Flies by, bites one of their heads off. The other one, he goes over and just quickly jabs it in the side as it falls over. Just as the other one, he just like immediately like puts his paw on it so it can't fly away, and then just like starts eating it. As the other one is headlessly running around, the other one's screaming in agony as the poison is coursing through its veins. As he just eats this thing, and then after a little bit, he gets kind of bored that this one's not kicking anymore, and just kind of like swallows the whole thing, and then goes over to the other 2 and does the same thing. Watches the chicken run around with his head cut off until it stops running. Watches the one that's been poisoned for a really weirdly long amount of time.
Get it? He wants to see his handiwork.
Yeah. Then eats them.
Nice.
You good?
Nope.
Neutral good.
Okay. What's that?
I was saying I was neutral good.
No, okay. Okay. Anything else here? Or are we heading to Karak Tal'Dor?
I think we're heading. Unless John had to pick something up in the morning or something, but no.
No.
No, he did that all tonight.
Yeah.
Or last night. Okay. You guys all rest. Get up and start moving to Karak Tal'Dor. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 days. That's what it's going to take you guys to get there. So, about here is when you guys are going to run into a caravan heading south.
Ephemorian.
Nope. Caravan heads south.
A fire giant.
It looks like they are carrying a large quantity of raw materials like iron and steel. As at the stagecoach is a dwarven man. And then it looks like there are 2 guards that are human, and then 2 guards that are dwarven as well.
Okie dokie. Zane, you want to start kick off the conversation, saying you're the one in charge of this crazy caravan that we've got?
No, because you're the one. You're our inn.
We're not at correct Aldul
Yeah,
yet.
you're where the icon is. The
But,
caravan.
fuck. Roll 20's fucking wonky for.
Well, hello there, gentlemen. Whereabouts are you coming from?
He looks and goes, "Peace." So he looks and just,
Peace.
"Peace to you." Well, we're heading to Redmond. We have a shipment that's been ordered by the Baron.
Shipment of what? If you don't
Steel,
mind.
Iron.
Okay.
By the way, the human guards are wearing like chainmail. The dwarves are like tall, like classic Warhammer, like tall round shield, full plate, like overly armored for this.
Yeah, covered in clang.
You come from Karak Thaldul then?
Indeed. As they kind of like recognize who says that, as like one of them just goes, ugh. Like you can hear it from the helmet, like irradiate like this, like echoing.
Okay.
Peace,
Sure.
peace to be to you, brothers. The stone guides us all.
Stone does guide us all.
You
It
mean
does.
the stone guides us all?
Big Rock, of course.
No.
Look,
You. Are you a follower of Big Rock?
no, Torag, but look beneath your feet. What lies there? The stone and ground itself.
Yeah.
I dare say Torag and this big rock, if you do worship him, may be the best of friends.
Have no doubt. Hence, where I come from, the dwarven and goblin colonies have so well integrated.
Well, I don't know much of that, but looking at, is he kind of like like your facial hair is pretty impressive? He goes, dwarven blood runs through you, although some goblin too. Or an orc with dwarfism.
Goblin,
I mean, no offense.
none taken. At least
Well,
you were wise enough to recognize the dwarven blood.
it's hard not to say. I'd love to hear of your lineage sometime. But, for now, what's the constellation?
Traveling bar and food.
Traveling bar, you say? With food? Well, it's been about 5 days since we've had anything good. How about you unpack that? We've got plenty of coin to spend, and our beards are thirsty.
Very well.
We keep our own supplies with us, but anytime we don't have to drain that, we always seem to be running out.
Very well. Just because it would be traveling, kind of like stop doing those checks as much. Kind of do the survival, see if I got any game.
Yeah, see if you get any game to. Easy enough. In this area, you find a number of kind of rabbits that have kind of roamed this like prairie area outside of the hills.
What about boar?
What's that?
What about boar?
Yeah, that's fine. You can find a boar.
Hell yeah.
They're everywhere. You have one. Is the two other mercenaries? The driver goes, "Come, eat, drink." As we'll put it towards our master. As they come and have a seat, as they do, as the other two in ironclad just kind of like step back as you hear some murmuring between them. Please come and eat and drink. As there's like a pause. We don't eat with overworlders. They're not of our clan. They are not held by our rights. Now come and eat. Do not offend our guests. They don't know that.
Our bar. I think they're the guests.
They do
if
not
anything.
recognize you.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. And
As
to be fair, I don't have a clan dagger.
it's true.
Damn, you piece of shit.
I may have left it at home on purpose. As a
Nope.
fuck you, I'm out.
Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Dad.
I ain't
I'm
dealing
taking
with
the
your
gold.
shit. I make my own
I'm
rules.
taking the-
Fuck you.
I'm taking the steel lyre.
Yeah.
Kitty, this is my papa. Okay, so each of the dwarves, to not offend the two in plates, they have one drink of your orc moonshine, a glass of it.
And it comes in a
How
shot.
many people?
And they,
Two of them have not a shot, a glass.
I'm gonna say there's 4 of them.
Sure.
Um,
To not
I'm
offend,
gonna-
they go. He goes, strongest drinks for my friends. As the two humans will each have 2 drinks from Stell, and he will have 2 shots of moonshine, 1 of Stell, another of Stell, and then 2 of Redmont.
Jesus.
are any of them having food?
Preparing the boar.
I was gonna prepare the chicken and save the boar for
Oh, okay, okay.
when we're actually in
boar's
a town.
dead.
I know.
Oh, okay, it's like heavily salted. You've like okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming that we're. I'd like to save it for like a pig roast for someone more important.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, you go give me a knowledge religion as you cook it in the traditional way of Big Rock.
I marinate it in mush.
Oh,
how is your
Very
mush
good.
going? Because you had to buy a new jar.
Yeah, he did, and it's
I've
slowly
been-
seeding. He still
yeah, I
has
was
some
gonna
initial
say.
stock to get the fermentation process going.
It's part of my religion that just anytime I eat, a certain amount just goes
Yeah,
to the
It's a
jar.
culture, and it seems
Yeah.
that it always makes a new culture of mush.
It's a tie.
It gives it the marinade gives it a tangy taste. Because I mean, I'm cooking it.
Humans do not like it. They buy it. They get a plate served to them by the caravan master. They do not like it. The dwarven master totally fine with it, and each of them like has a bite of the humans who didn't eat as they taste it. They make grunts of approval. So 3 plates in total. We'll say that's if you do you have anything else to cook other than just the chicken?
I don't think we have any like potatoes or anything on the side.
Yeah, I think you have like grain for like hay and stuff. So beer and chicken. So we'll say it's 2
That's
chicken.
fine.
I mean, for a traveling bar, that's awesome as hell.
I was gonna say that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And it's fresh chicken. Like I
You
like they're
literally
like, oh,
just
we
got-
want some chicken. I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah, they eat and drink and just kind of like sing. Specifically the caravan master just kind of like sings songs as he's like trying to talk with you guys. Like they're enjoying this time. Like they're trying to he's trying to enjoy the company. The other 2 are very standoffish. Human mercenaries are like, oh my god, this is great. Like we just got hired for this shit, and this guy's gonna fucking pay for our food and drinks. Food wasn't great, but
I'll talk to the caravan master. Like, I haven't been to Crackthal Dul in quite some time. Any changes? Anything new? What stories is there to tell?
new vein been struck. How long has it been?
A couple of years now, I believe. I try not
Huh.
to keep track of it too often, but yes,
Which clan are you from?
that is a good question.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't lie to you. Bye.
Shit. Oh, Smith. You would think I would actually know Thea's full name, but I don't off the top of my head.
Fair enough.
I gotta look that up.
Is it Thea wouldn't want to be a?
Thea Dunbar, I think. No, Thea Duncour is her full name. Her father's name is Thea
Like the movie?
Thea Dunbar is full name. So exactly what
Okay.
clan name is, I haven't figured that one out.
Make it up. You got now.
I am drawing a 100% mental blank. I am sorry.
Totally fine.
You should be. This is all your fault.
I know. Put it down to me being sick. We'll go with Ironhelm.
Ironhelm?
Yep.
Dunbra of the Ironhelm. And there's different divisions within that actual clan itself. So Dunbar will be like this specific one. As you say, Ironhelm. See, goes, Ironhelm, respected forge masters. What's a exile like you doing out and about? As the other two dwarves, hearing that you're of Cracked Door, they like leave to their cart. Like they're kind of pecking at the chicken, like, oh, this is pretty good. Like, Goblin did a good job. You say that, the other two just like leave, and his tone, like from this very jovial, like he's just like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do I know anything about the any of the dwarven tribes?
Yeah, roll me a society check. You would know about yours, but yours has been really weirdly inundated with goblin culture.
Mhm.
Maybe you've heard stories or otherwise.
Just because I figure like Karak Thaldul is just a dwarven hub, so I might
Yeah.
know.
Long and short, Cracked Door is not like a capital. It is like a almost a dwarven outpost. Many human settlements allow them to exist within their realm as they don't want to fucking humans don't want to fucking mine. They can't see shit in the dark.
Yeah.
They don't, like it's
And
not their thing.
Mining and crafting. Yeah.
No, like just they just don't want to. Like human have craftsmen,
They
they're
don't-
taking raw.
They don't
you know,
want a
material.
Minecraft. They don't want.
Yeah, they don't want a Minecraft. It's terrible. But as a whole, so there are two ideologies. There's the ideology of the open hold, which dwarven settlements are just holds. It's open hold, which is like free trade, inner, outer, and then there's closed holds. This is obviously a closed hold. Typically, those who like leave and aren't on official business are typically almost treated like complete outsiders. So obviously exceptions can be made, yada yada yada. But as a whole, it's basically you're either one of us or you're not. Like you're not treated poorly. It's just you don't have business here. What are you doing here? Kind of thing. And like they'll send caravans and otherwise, but they're on business. They do the business. They go home. Kind of thing.
Sure.
So that's the long and short. That's just the overview of their society.
So as
he
a
just goes-
response to the question,
Yeah.
just some disagreements and decided to leave home, see the world.
I can understand that, youngling. As he just kind of goes, I'm of the Grey Mace. Basically just a trade, more or less a trade and accountant clan. The symbols on the two knights, I guess you could call them, they're of like a war clan. I can understand that. I got lucky in that sense. It's a shame you weren't born a Grey Mace. You could have done such without leaving your family.
Well, you can choose your friends and allies, but not your family.
And he kind of nods. He goes, "I pray the stone guides you." So he puts down after he pays for all the food, he puts down a gold coin. As he kind of at that, I pray the stone guides you. It's kind of like the may Allah guide you. Like, sometimes it's kind of the it's to a number of the coworkers that I have. It's like the way of like, yeah, this is ridiculous. Like, may Allah guide your path, and I'm done with you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that. It's like may the stone guide you. Like, he doesn't agree with your path. There might be a hint of understanding there, but at the end of the day, like, he has his world, you have yours.
He's being respectful, but saying it's
Yeah.
great.
Exactly. He's baying. There's almost like a maliciousness in this, but he's trying to be respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he puts down an extra gold coin, and then they pack up and they leave.
You say an extra gold?
After they pay for the food and drinks.
Hell of a tip.
I charge how many servings do I get out of one chicken?
We'll say 2-ish.
2? Okay, I
Yeah,
charge
we'll say
4
2.
gold per serving then. Or not 4 gold, 4
gold?
copper. 4 copper. 4 copper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. That's a 3 copper return per chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Go ahead and. Well, I guess you guys want to split the gold evenly then?
Yeah, throw it in the pot.
We'll say just 2 copper.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, after hearing all that, you guys pack up, splitting the coin for the work done and otherwise as you guys continue moving. You roll your crafting check, by the way. We've from Little Renmont. This has been about 7 days.
That's a 15.
Okay, that's good enough to start it. Then every day it's just down from there.
So how many days have I gotten into it? 4 then at least?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 7th day.
I would have made 2 then.
Okay, roll another one.
Are we not going faster because of the carts?
You are. I'm doing 2 tiles, and then the mountains are 1 tile.
11.
2 days to go through. No.
So what happens with the materials?
John?
What'd you say, Logan? I'm sorry.
On a failed
I
craft
rolled
check.
an 11.
On a failed check, give me 1 second. On a failure, you fail to complete the item. You can salvage the raw materials you supplied for their full value. If you want to try again, you must start over.
Okay.
So it's
Critical
just wasted
fail
time.
is if you critical fail, you lose 10% of your raw materials. But if you fail, you just waste your time.
So it's basically you just waste time, not money.
Yes.
Okay, not bad.
Yes.
1. Okay, and then it's going to be 5 more days before you arrive.
How much supplies or how much alchemical crap do you have, Logan?
That was it.
Can I talk to Thea while we're on our...
Yeah, as you guys are
Journey.
continuing your journey.
I thought you got 8 silvers worth of stuff, right?
No, 1.5.
So, Thea, this...
Oh.
I'm correct to assume this was your home, then, by the way you were speaking to those dwarves.
Yes. Well, arguably was my home, is my home. Depends on the reception I get, of course.
I don't want to bring up anything that's sour, so just stop me if I cross any lines.
Oh,
Would
I
you?
am an open book, darling. Ask me anything and I'll tell you the answer.
But not that, as soon as you say something.
Turn around and walk away.
How are babies made?
Well,
No,
when
no.
a mummy and a daddy love each other very much. Or sometimes when they're drunk and hungover, or sometimes they just need to blow off some steam.
So, I know that Karak Thuldur has a bit of a reputation for being quite closed off.
Hmm.
Is there any way I should uh, just what's the word? Behave that would just ensure that I wouldn't be immediately rejected from the society.
For the most part, as long as you do act properly, don't do anything foolish or illegal, you should be fine. They're not, while not the most outgoing of
Hospitable.
people, they are dwarves at heart, so they're not. If you're there for business, then they're hardly going to tell you to leave. So yes, if you are there trying to find a craftsman to get something made for you, just be polite. Understand that sometimes their traditions and maybe slightly different, but you should be fine. Coin tends to trump
Wonderful.
any misgivings about one's race.
Well, the other question I had was that I heard when you were speaking with that caravan that you come from a clan of craftsmen.
Yes, I thought I've mentioned that before, haven't I?
I believe so, but they seemed rather impressed by the name. Are you one of the more prestigious craftsman clans?
Just so that you're aware,
Mm-hmm.
your father's brother is that dwarf I named before, who is
That's what
of a different offshoot.
I was gonna ask about that, but I wanted to
Yeah,
dig a
I'm
bit.
just letting Thea know that. I meant to message, I never did.
Yeah, I probably missed that part. So that guy was
Because
basically
the
my
guy
uncle.
who I was like, and he behaves like he's the best, and you're like, Lord, and does he know it?
Yeah.
Yes, you just totally derailed the question and what my thought was.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
It was just since you
Hi.
appear to have the name of a smith, are you a prestigious part of a prestigious crafting family or
Yes,
not?
darling. They are. My father, especially, is quite good. Almost to a detriment sometimes, but yes. I won't speak ill of him, even though we have our problems. His skill is very well known.
Is he the fellow that goes by the name Nerostrum?
Uh,
Nerostrum is your father's brother,
Yeah,
who's
no.
another offshoot of your clan.
no, that would be my uncle.
Oh. What's his opinion of you?
I don't know, obvious. Honestly, I kind of smithed and ran, as the case may be.
The old dwarven goodbye.
Something like that. And I was told to
That's where
forge
you
a new
don't say anything and then dig a hole out of the area.
No, I was told to forge from my great grandfather's mining axe a new one that I could use, and instead I made this lyre. I wanted to spread the words and show through deeds that things could change the world as opposed to purely things made of iron and stone. And while the rest were mining away, I heard the song of the earth, the heartbeat, which is why I wanted to inquire about that big rock of yours.
Could say he's something of the heart of the earth.
Going to
Or of Galarian.
the beating of the mountain.
The shaking of the quakes.
Oh, shook up,
He who comes in night with fangs and claws.
Shake it, bake it, booty
Yes.
quick it.
So instead of being listening for the sound of iron or the sound of gold or the taste of iron, I was listening for the heart of the mountain. So
Well, bearing any negative reception, perhaps you can introduce me to him. Your uncle, that is.
I shall do my absolute best to help you in your endeavours. I can't promise anything or everything, but I shall try my hardest.
I was just about to say, that sounded like a really complicated no.
Bad linguistic. Yeah. But yes.
Like, I will do everything in my power to help you, in any...
Long answer, yes with an if. Short answer, no with a but.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, thank you. And I'm just gonna turn to doing whatever it is I'm doing.
Plucking chickens or something.
Lifting weights. Just doing some fucking reps. The arms.
Just doing some reps.
Yeah.
Some sick reps.
Sling has grown another couple inches over this journey.
A couple of inches in
not
like
bad.
7 days? Jesus Christ.
He's grown like
In
an
the
inch.
course of this journey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine like an inch.
Yeah, since you left Skystead, he's grown a bit.
Yeah.
We're dealing with remember we're dealing with something that in like 670 days has to reach like 30 feet long,
Yeah, fair enough.
Not that big, is it?
25 feet long.
Damn.
Well, they were just large.
They are, but it's still super long tail, long neck.
That'll only be like what, like 15?
Let's
Probably like 15.
Probably like 15.
Probably like 15.
What do you think, John?
yeah,
only
okay,
occupies
15 feet
space.
long. Yeah, 15 feet long, weighing 1,000 pounds.
Weighing 1,000 pounds?
Yep.
John, you're muted.
Up to it.
I'm gonna. I think
It's been a
Ox is trying
while.
to get this thing to. I think Ox is trying to get this thing to grow really, really fast, so Clayton has to get rid of it soon. That's what I think. But that's just me.
For combat, I just want to use them to fucking hang out and guard the cart. That's all.
I know, but he thought that Zane would have gotten it. That way he could have killed it and been on brand. But now you have it, and you can't kill it.
That wouldn't be
So
on
now he's
brand.
stuck with it.
And the other reason he's got it is because
Ox,
he got
I've
there
got
a
you
split
pegged,
second
don't
before
worry.
Levias did.
I'll peg Ox.
That was weird.
I would also.
Well, you said you've
A
got him
weird thing
pegged.
to say.
I've been
I would
like,
also egg Ox.
Can we egg each other?
No, John said he's got Ox pegged.
Yeah. But I
Yeah,
said,
and
can
we
egg
all
each
knew what
other?
it meant, except you, who wanted to talk about putting stuff in his butt.
I always wanted to talk about.
I just want to cover Ox with slimy egg whites. That's all I want.
Let's keep in mind we are streaming.
Come on, Logan, don't
Yeah,
be
but
ashamed
who-
now.
Okay, how many watchers? There's two.
Well,
There's
I'm just
two.
saying let's not
It's
say
me
anything
and
that would
someone
get
else.
YouTube banned.
Yeah, but like, who's reporting them right now?
Me.
And
I
there's
report
me
him every
watching
day.
and you.
Ox,
So
Ox is like, and report.
Yeah, let's fuck this stream.
Okay. Okay, I'm good. I got that out of my system.
Oh, how good for you.
I want to get Ox out of my system. If you know what I mean.
I think
No, I don't.
I really don't.
I want to get into Ox's system, if you know what I mean.
Nope.
Well, first I want to get into his system and then out of his system.
Hey, Ox.
So you want to be eaten and pooped out. It's all about Vor. We're a Vor stream.
That we are a
Everybody
forest
doing
We
that
are
so
in
much.
order to reach full size, he's got to grow every month 3.5 inches.
That's the real reason Grove wanted him.
Every
he
month?
wanted to be
okay,
Vored
so
by
he's grown like 12 inches this month. So
Have
far.
him do like 3/4 of an inch
So-
every week.
Won't grow anymore for another like two.
Well,
2
so I said from Skystead to Redmont, which was 2
Hey,
weeks.
Ox.
He grew
Ox,
about
we're
2 inches.
we're probably not measuring him, so you just say he grew a little bit every week. You don't have to give us a measurement.
Okay.
No one. Vulgar, you
Yeah,
pull out a ruler
2
every
weeks.
day.
Oh,
2
no.
weeks.
No.
Exactly.
3.5
Still
inches
small
through
size.
4 inches. That's
He
reasonable.
grows and shrinks as
It's
time goes
slightly
by.
more than average.
So every week is 2 inches. So that means in
No, every
600.
week would be like
An inch.
Just say 3/4
a
an
week,
inch.
would
basically.
be like an inch. Yeah,
It's
it's an inch a week basically.
I'd be happy if I grew an
Okay.
inch a week.
Because every
Yeah.
month it's 3.5 inches.
After
So if
7
he
weeks, I'll be
grew
fine.
an inch a week, he'd be at full size. He'd be whatever he is
An inch
now
a
plus
week.
8
I
feet.
grow an inch a day. That's a
So he's gonna be like 11, 12 feet long. I'm just wondering.
Something like that.
that's fine. I
Yeah.
don't.
He's not
Let's
gonna
just
survive that long. If
continue.
he ever gets to the point where he's that big, we're fucked anyway.
I don't
Or
know.
everybody else is fucked, and we're gonna rule the
We're
world.
already at a point where it would be very hard to fight him.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's a dude in an ambush and he stabs him in the neck, that guy dies.
it's a
That's what
dude,
happens.
Playing a dude disguised as another dude.
That's right.
What
That
dude it is?
Okay, so as you go into Thaldur's Pass, you are greeted by large, about like 30 feet tall statues carved. Okay.
Can we have another pee break? Or go to use the bathroom?
Are you
Yeah,
saying
it's
okay?
That's fine.
Yep, be right back. Just pause on the stream.
I hope you know I still had my headphones on. I was just grabbing glasses.
I know, but I gotta pee. Be right back. Every
As
time.
you guys arrive into Thaldur's Pass, you see these two large, kind of maybe founding members of the just dwarven race, just carved directly into the stone. These are kind of the great fathers, if
That
you
one's
will.
Bill
and
and
as
that
you
one's
can-
Ted. They wrote
Exactly.
a powerful song. Save the world.
Correct. That's right.
Yeah.
The next one is the devil. Being killed by the loot. No. The next, and you just see these,
No.
like they're every.
The next two statues is a guy called Rufus and a telephone booth.
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's a joke I don't understand.
About another, like,
Bill and Ted's
mile
excellent.
in, you see another
Electric.
one of these, and as you keep going, you see a number of them until you eventually reach, the entrance to Karak Thaldur. It's built almost like a vault, like directly into the mountain. These large stone doors that go up, 25 feet. It has parapets in it, so it is technically open, but these are like 60 feet, where crossbowmen can kind of shoot out and otherwise. And you can see this, like, not a tent city. Like, there are, like, stone houses, like yurts otherwise, that have kind of been built here. But there is, like, a thriving town outside of Karak Thaldur. There is a tavern. There is this. It's not as big as, Karak Thaldur proper, but, this is a city unto itself. With, maybe 300 denizens who live here. So I guess more like a village. But as you arrive here, immediately you are greeted by a number.
You mean-
just kind
No, you just dropped out
You
there.
cut out for the last bit of that.
of- no, I cut out. You're greeted by an individual as you come in. It looks like a mix of kind of a older female dwarf, but definitely taller. Has some very definitively human characteristics to her. As she's wearing, like, some chainmail with some underpadding, like a very heavy gambeson underneath for kind of the warmth, and otherwise as temperature here has dropped pretty dramatically as you have what was it that I said in that one sentence?
Dramatically.
Meditational.
This meditational weather dramatically changed as you've climbed up this mountain, as the snow is
Mouchton.
all around you. What did I say?
Mouchton.
Oh god,
Maybe we should end here, Ox.
I haven't even drank anything. I've drank this the whole time.
That's because
That
it's
was
vodka.
vodka. That wasn't water.
Let me smell it.
Do I hold it up to the camera or the mic?
Yeah, obviously.
Go make
All right,
Anna.
it smells like water.
Okay, Butler, what does it smell like?
Yeah.
No, you can't
Butler
drink
passed
that.
out.
Stop.
If she hissed, that would be awesome.
Yeah, Butler just like, what is that? Ah!
Wait, I thought Butler was a boy.
He is. It's fine.
I messed up and said he, she.
Doesn't matter.
Are you just
As you arrive, she just goes, "Oh, welcome, travelers. First time to Karak Thaldur?
Yeah.
Most of us.
Yes.
This morning, kind of being near the place, Thea wouldn't be wearing her normal, his normal outfit.
Yep.
Normal leather. The high ponytail that usually has is actually done in a more traditional dwarven braid, still long hair and everything. The flashy coat's gone, and just the no makeup, just slight amount of stubble starting, so didn't shave this morning, and looks actually more like a traditional dwarf.
Oh, so you're a clean-shaven dwarf. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
How
I forgot about that.
disgraceful.
That's why everyone's like, a guy or a girl, kind of.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hmm.
As she
Ganderdan was
just... What's that?
Ganderdan was clean shaven.
He was as well.
So was
wasn't
Dalgrim.
So that's also messing with fire incessantly.
Yeah,
And
Dalgrim.
Dalgrim was too.
Yeah, but that was
Ganderdan's
burnt
was,
off constantly.
Yeah, how many times did Dalgrim burn to death?
Didn't burn to death
Yeah,
a lot. Definitely lost his beard a lot.
Yeah, like shit,
he-
I just grown
He
an
burnt
inch
to death
through.
at least
Burned to
twice.
death at least twice.
He had the dragon and then the alchemist fire.
Well, the dragon was poisoned.
I got
There were-
exploded because I opened the door and there was like 5
Oh,
level
yeah.
9 delayed
Yep,
fireballs there. It's like,
And then
hello.
there's the caster who fireballed the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Like a lava.
That's true. Yeah, during the Jub fight. Yep.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
I got singed
yeah,
a
fair
lot.
enough.
Yeah, you
No,
see
that's
why
true.
he picked up fire resistance.
Yeah. And the anti-magic caster feats as well, so I could nat beat
Fuck
the shit out of
you!
them.
No more I'm not burning to death anymore. Ice? Fuck!
I had
God
cold
damn
resistance as well.
Oh, fair enough.
I
All
had
right, fair enough.
7 cold.
Power word kill?
My health is
You had too much
like
hit points. Yeah, too much hit points.
320 hit points.
Yeah, like 300 hit points. It's never gonna work on you.
Yeah. Power word kill.
good
I
idea.
mean,
Eventually.
I casted whatever.
Man, I can't wait to get to 300 hit points again.
Oh,
Admittedly,
God.
I did have like a 28 calm.
Is that possible in this system?
Yes.
Probably
Yes.
not.
Definitely is.
Magic
yeah.
items. To
You're getting
boost con.
max
Oh,
HP every level. You can
Yeah.
boost your con every 5
Oh.
levels.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
with a
true.
D12 at level 20, there's 240 without con.
Yeah, if anything, it's easier. You're
Yeah.
right.
Okay. She goes, well, will you be heading inside, or did you come here?
We're looking at going inside, darling.
Very well. Just have your writs prepared. If you need anything, we have a tavern set up and otherwise, and it's a pleasure. Welcome to Correct Outdoor.
Thank you.
As she's not wearing traditional clothes. Like, she definitely lives as an outsider in this town.
Yeah.
As
Th-
is there anything,
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine there.
Oh,
Is this DT
All right.
doing a different voice, or is this
I
Thea?
think this is
Thea
definitely
has
Thea
a different
doing.
voice. Like, gotten rid of the makeup, gotten rid of the traditional.
Like, this is a new person.
garb.
The way they, even
Should
the way
almost
they're
say
speaking is
that,
different.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This would be Thea normally.
Yeah.
The kind of hello,
Well,
darlings.
this would be Thea's past life.
Yes. Kind of. This is Thea growing up as a young
Alternate
man and all
reality.
this.
you seem a bit different.
Well, I might not agree exactly with some of the more traditional values. I'm not daft enough to go and, flaunt in their faces. I can respect it, even if I don't agree with it.
This is like Morik and Levias combined. I love that voice.
Yeah, thanks. I've been working
Does
on
anyone
it.
else hear it? Does
Yeah.
anyone else hear that?
That slight kind of twinge that I had on Levias, yeah.
Yeah, and
I've
that
been
raspiness of Morik.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I've been working
it.
on
I
this
love
for
Mor-
ages, so yeah.
I love Morik's voice.
Right.
God, I love. Ugh. Anyway, sorry. Is there anything you guys want to do in this outer town at all? Or you guys want to head to the gates?
Forage.
Do we have a a writ of passage?
Nope.
How might we acquire one of those?
By getting
one.
Oh wait, didn't we get a writ of passage from that fucking the gem salesman?
No,
we
he was saying that we
he
could.
offered us what if we wanted to do some work for him, deliveries and the such.
Hmm.
We can always ask to get in. Might be a fee.
Is that how it works?
Some places.
Yeah. I can always be trying to talk and get my way to see my father or uncle. Use my name. But I don't exactly know how that's gonna fly.
All right. Well, maybe we should have a backup plan then.
Well, it's not gonna get violent, so it's not like we need to rush anything.
I'm just saying in case they don't accept that.
The backup
Is-
plan is to go to Stell and talk to our friend, the gem salesman.
What is there any way to get a writ in this town?
We don't know.
We can
Yeah,
ask.
I'm more-
These are all outsiders.
Yep.
So
Okay, so
Maybe.
this isn't even really a town, it's an outpost.
no, these are all outcasts or people who have abandoned traditional dwarven lives.
So is this like a shanty town or a small
No,
village?
it's got like stone like they're still members of their tribe, so they still treat them with some level of respect, but they're like you're not traditional dwarves. Like we're not going to let you starve to death, but you don't belong here.
Okay.
You can leave if you want. You know, we'll help you leave, but at the end of the day, like you don't belong here.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
So are we going to spend some time in this outskirting town?
I think for the moment the plan is to go to the gate, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Go to the gate, see what it takes to get in.
Yeah, see if there's a way without a writ, that kind of thing. Okay. You head to the gate. As you do, there are 4 guards, 2 at the actual centers of the door where they're pulled, and 2 on the columns on the side. Each of them have an insignia. Thea, they're rune shield guard, so they're well trained. Like these are like elite guard of the town. They have them at the entrance. They're the high families guards, that kind of thing. As you approach, one of them goes, "Don't guide you, travelers. What brings you by?"
Well, we're actually in here trying to sell some wares that we've got on this caravan here. I'm actually also returning home to see some family.
Writ of trade or writ of journey? He holds out his hand.
Well, I don't think we actually have one, unfortunately.
So he kind of doesn't recognize you, but recognizes you as a dwarf.
Yeah.
Like, you could be from this tribe. He doesn't recognize you by your face or anything. So he goes, "Right. So you lost it then."
Let's go with that. This voice doesn't number on me, unfortunately. That's a downside.
Sure. You can break it down too if you want.
Yeah, no, that spoils the fun. Well, I'll have to confer with the caravan master, but I don't think we actually had one in the first place. We're just mobile, wandering traders.
Well, there's plenty of things to trade out in the town. As he points forward. So, are you trying to procure one, then?
Well, if we need one to get in, that would be good. I was hoping to actually see my father, Thea Dunbar of the Ironhelms.
Thea Dunbar. So he kind of almost chuckles at that name, like he's heard a story, but like quickly the not wanting to disgrace your family comes over. It's like a smile as he's like, "What?" Gives like a smirk, and then like immediately like more straight than he was when he was standing guard. Awkwardly straight.
Kind of heard about the rogue son that's done a runner and left the family in shame, and coming back is like, what?
Yeah. I will let your father know. I'll send word. In the meantime, you can always purchase one.
How much?
300.
Oh my god.
Copper.
No, gold.
How is that like a one-use type of writ?
No, they exist until otherwise destroyed, lost, or sold, I suppose.
We may want to get one of those just in case we ever want to come through here again.
As I said, I tell you, out here, money does talk. So, well then.
Most people who can afford to buy one can afford to trade our wares. They're not cheap, but they are the finest.
That I told the caravan master as well.
How much is a writ of
300.
300 gold.
Was that a writ of wares or a writ of travel? You said there were 2 types?
Yours would be a writ of travel. It's like the journey, like you left the clan on a journey, like a quest, effectively. This would be as a caravan. You'd probably procure a writ of trade.
That'd be
So
60 gold
that's
each.
the 300 gold one.
Yeah, I don't have anywhere close to that.
Yeah, no.
That's good. So that'd be 100 gold each for us.
How would
The
it be
writ-
100
what's the
gold
writ
each?
of-
If
how
they
much
don't
is
have
the
money
writ of
to throw
travel?
in.
Well, Thea does.
You would be given it by a clan member.
Yeah, fair enough.
You don't buy that. Like that's like
Does-
we are sending you
Yeah.
on.
Where are your papers?
Does they?
Like a passport, sort of.
Yeah,
Piss boy.
Something to just authorize that you can leave and come as you want.
yeah. In their case, money talks. It's basically you have the money to buy entrance. You have the money to purchase our wares. You know, which means you have value to us.
Yeah.
Even as outsiders.
Pulling the party aside.
No, that's fine. You can step away for a moment. And, like, we want to talk. He doesn't move.
It's possible that we could find a tradesman that would sell us theirs at a reduced price.
Bad idea.
Perhaps someone that doesn't come through as often.
Or someone disgraced that's in the town outside.
If I recall, usually you do get your name put on it, so they're not really tradable.
It's basically at the end of the day they give out a certain number of these.
Ah.
Each of them is numbered. They get lost, stolen, destroyed. People usually report it, but even just having one is kind of like a badge of honor, and it's always
Okay.
a place to be. Because even though you're not a member of the family, it's like you've bought your way into like a low ranking. Like you get the status of tradesman. Like you are a part of this clan in
Oh, there.
effect.
Scratch that last comment.
They are tradable.
And they're good indefinitely. You said, right?
Unless lost or stolen.
Okay.
Lost, stolen, or sold. Like basically, unless it's destroyed, you have it. If you
Okay.
lose it or that, you rebuy one. You can't keep something precious we give you. You have to buy your way back in.
I don't know that I'm willing to cough up that much to get in. And there may even be a black market for forgeries. I don't know.
And of
Oh,
course,
those
this
would
is
work.
not nearby.
Yeah.
Understood.
Right. That's why I pulled.
Yeah,
Forges?
absolutely. I'm. No one hears you. You don't have to worry. No, they're not listening. You walk away. They don't move. There's no townsfolk nearby. Like, what are they saying? No.
I'm sure those of us with money, if we pulled it together, we'd be able to buy one. It's just a matter of, is it worth 300 to us right now, and would we be able to do what we need to do here after losing that much?
Oh, we could still go to Stell and get the writ from that man, do a little job for him, and
Yeah, he may even let us borrow it for.
That he was allowing you use. He was not
Yeah.
planning to give it to you.
yeah, that's what I say. You said we could use it because we would deliver something for him while we were
Exactly.
here and use it. Yeah.
Or we could go up to Castley Hold,
Why?
someplace new.
Just
Or we could
travel.
go to Pop's Lumberyard.
You're
right.
literally staying somewhere new at the moment.
I heard about this great place called Andoran.
It's near,
Actually, I
Yeah.
have notes on Andoran.
it's near
I've got all the notes
Cheliax.
on Andoran. We're good.
Yeah.
We go to
Yeah.
Andoran. Thuvia
Yeah, let's
is Kurt.
go there.
All those notes are gone. None of those vampires exist anymore.
But a big reason why we wanted to come here was to get armor.
The quest.
What quest?
I thought you meant this area of the world.
This
Well,
place
even
just
now,
traveling.
then we don't have a quest.
No, I know. I thought you meant the reason why we all came to
Oh.
this like area of the world.
I'm talking about Carathel Duel.
Okay.
The reason why
Not-
we're here is Grolg wanted some better armor. This
Not
would be a
just, not even just that. I mean, I could have sworn I had mentioned it, but maybe I hadn't. But while if you all remember talking to that,
While y'all talk, I'm gonna feed Butler.
what was her name? Psychic? Like a psychic?
Mhm.
What was she?
The-
Fortune
Oh, at the
teller.
festival. Yeah.
Hag at the festival of the
Operator.
You two weren't there. I don't know why you're acting like you two know.
No, that was Logan. That was
I know.
Logan.
I'm just being a shithead.
Nice.
I was told to seek out a excellent dwarven craftsman for knowledge on my lineage, and that in order to continue on my journey, I would have to learn more about my lineage.
The point still stands, though. We're here for a specific reason. Going somewhere else, just to go somewhere else, wouldn't really help.
I think the best option is going to stealth for right now, using his writ for the first time, and when we have some more cash, we can pull ourselves together and get some.
Well, let's not forget he did say that he would notify Thea's daughter. We can at least wait around until we hear back about that.
Thea's father.
Or father, sorry.
So
One
again,
of the guards did leave to go inside to send word. Just FYI.
Yeah.
If,
Well, that might mean that Thea can get in, but it's a crapshoot whether they'll let us in with them.
It's worth to wait to see.
we can just wait, and
Right, of course.
if nothing, then I'm off to Stell, I suppose.
So shall we stay here for the night?
Probably.
Don't think
we're-
it's gonna take a
we'll know-
night.
Yeah.
well,
Hopefully they'll
I'm-
get back to us before then.
What time of the day is it, Ox?
It's like early-ish. It was like this. It's early-ish. Like we're like before noon. Like
Oh.
10:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you guys camped just outside of town.
I'm sure we could find somewhere that we can hold up quite easily.
Okay.
Would I know of any inns or anything out here? Probably
Yeah,
not.
there's a tavern here.
We should probably wait here for the guard to get back, and then
Can tell one of the other guards, like, yeah, we'll just be in town. If we do need to be summoned, we'll be at the inn or the tavern.
that works too.
So that way, if word does come back down the line that I'm needed or anything.
Cool. Okay, so we are in Burr City. So perfect. Okay. So you head to the Stone Goblet. Is their tavern up top? It's a nice little, stone dwelling. It's made with, laid bricks. In other words, it's not super big.
Made with stone.
What's that?
I said it's made with stone.
It's not super big. As you head inside, there's about 8 tables in total, all fairly small. They maybe sit 4 each. Probably more like 6 tables and then a couple booths at this bar. It's much shallower. It's probably one of the smallest ones you've seen. Even that little way station tavern was larger because they get a lot of trade caravans through there. Most people who come here who can go through, they just go through into the town and enjoy the festivities in there. So, as you do, you are greeted by a lovely dwarven woman who just goes, nice to meet you all. Well, assuming you're staying here, didn't have a writ, no?
Unfortunately,
Or you just like, or you just like my lovely company.
that too.
I don't know. I have never met her in my life.
Well, no problem. We have rooms for you if you need to stay, and we have plenty of food and drink. And plus, it's much warmer in here by the fire. So enjoy your time. Let me know if you need anything.
Thank you. Can you put a pot of tea on for me? And I twinkle out a bag of tea in my teapot.
Easy enough. If you don't mind me taking a cup.
Sure.
That'll be 1 silver.
100 gold.
Absolutely, for all the money in your wallet.
This is a stick up.
Just pulls out a knife.
There's a snake
Pulls
in your
out a
boot.
knife. Just pulls out
fucking
his
shaking.
knitting needles. Like holds out the knitting needle. Yeah, you go ahead and she puts it on. She doesn't charge or anything. She brings it back. It's a little bit lower. She poured herself a cup and she
I
smells
hope
it.
she doesn't charge me anything. She stole a cup of my tea, the bastard.
She didn't charge you anything for it.
Yeah.
So, no, I guess she charged you a cup of tea. Fair enough.
Yeah.
She puts on a pot, sets it down. She goes back to just kind of working. Couple people come through. As the woman who you saw earlier, who kind of greeted you at the entrance here, comes in and sits down and just goes, "How's it going, Mom?" It's going well enough. Well, she turns around and goes, "Oh, yeah. Y'all are here." She turns around.
Yes, we are. Kind of having a drink,
Is-
sitting there, waiting.
Is that tea?
Yes.
It's been years. Can I have a cup?
I'm so
Yes.
sick of this fucking ale. Give me tea.
I don't pour him a cup.
You're like, God damn it.
Don't break the cup.
Thank
It's
you.
a super fine like china set. Like
I'm very
it's
careful
very-
with it.
like almost overly cautious. Like any strong breeze would like knock it out of your hands.
Do I have any herbs that I think would make a really great tea?
Don't put any.
Probably
That I
not
could-
on you, considering you said it's been years, but you could very easily find some.
I'm gonna keep that in mind when I search next time.
You could pretty considering people do it with dandelions. Like, come on, man. It's been years. He just forgot that tea existed.
It's been years.
Well, he's just never
Here, use
wanted
this
to
tea.
make it.
Yeah, he's never thought about it. He's like always trying to find these rare plants. Just forgot that tea existed. Like, fuck, I've been drinking
fair.
water.
That reminds me of my favorite thing I ever said on Game Grumps of Danny was talking to Brian and a song came on and Brian's like, "Oh yeah, that's my jam." And then Danny's like, "How do you forget your jam?" And Brian's just like, "I have amnesia."
That's pretty good. that's pretty funny. Perfect. As you guys hang out, eventually a rune shield guard comes in and just goes, "They in company?"
That would be us, yeah.
"Well, finish your drinks. I'll wait." She stands by the door.
Would you like a cup of tea? Apparently everyone's taking.
She looks at you and goes, "No, thank you."
Thank God. Decent.
As the
Tea isn't
as
exactly the biggest thing in here.
as the
Oh,
kind of the
shit.
woman turns and kind of sees, and what do we have the pleasure of a rune shield at our tavern? I'm here for them, nothing more. Oh, very well, just don't cause any
Wait, we
fucking
went to a
trouble.
tavern?
Yeah, it's like a
Yes.
small tavern.
Star's still outside.
I look up and I was
Outside?
looking at. I was
Hi.
doing I was doing the books, making sure I had the right money and everything, keeping track of all my shit. I
Yeah,
look
you're
up,
just-
they all left me. Like, wait, what?
You kind
We were
of so,
waiting-
like lift your head up and like gone to the inn, be back later. What the fuck?
There's an inn?
Yeah, there's like a note on your forehead. Just,
We have a tavern.
we are a mobile tavern. Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
So we want to go to a different tavern.
Yeah.
Set up shop.
It's not a different tavern, that's the same one!
That's
No,
work.
no. We move. That's a different tavern.
It's the same
new
tavern in a
people.
different place.
As you guys, as you finish up.
Whole point of
You,
this shit.
Yeah, but inns and taverns are good places for information. So we go there.
Yeah. That's why I have a tavern.
Speaking of that, did you set up your tavern?
No, because we're going inside to
Oh.
correct all no.
Okay.
No, we're going
Fair enough.
inside to this other tavern.
Yes.
But-
As
Finish the drinks and
as you guys finish up, he waits and as you kind of all start packing the tea set, and he kind of stands and moves and just goes, "I'll be outside."
Is there a back door to
So
this
does
place?
that mean we're going?
Yes, it's right back there.
Nah, there's a joke. Looks like we're
So does
actually
that
getting
mean we
in.
got in?
Just wait over here. They'll have to come back through here to get me sometime.
So you guys pack up and leave. You see Star standing by the cart, like what? It sees you guys and like hands up in the air, like what? the fuck? Baloo went with them. Like
No, he wouldn't do that.
Star was standing still. Baloo, they just followed Baloo. Like Baloo was like, "Oh, these guys are moving. I'm gonna go with them." Like,
Oh, that's more food.
Don't be taking my Baloo. Fuck you.
it's cold out here. There's a fire in there.
He's a bear. He likes the cold.
Well, I'm supposed to be hibernating.
Try.
Wouldn't that be terrible if DMs did that? I won't do it, but wouldn't that be terrible? Like, well, your animal goes in hibernation at this time of year, so it's like 3 months you don't get your animal. Like, what the fuck? Almost like they turned them into small statues. I'm sorry. That was a really bad decision
so
on my
fucked
end.
up.
As a DM, that was a terrible decision as a DM. I apologize immensely for that.
Wait, what happened?
Back in the day, I turned his animals into figurines.
Why?
And he killed one.
Because he hated
like-
Zen.
That
Possession.
wasn't an animal companion. That was a mount.
He still
Which he
murdered
planned to
it.
turn into an animal companion.
No, it wasn't.
Basically, Ox didn't want Zane to have fun for the first 3 years of our session.
Yeah.
First
no,
3 years,
I
how
wanted
long
him
have you
to
been
have
playing?
my kind of fun, which was not having pets.
What'd
Yeah.
you say, Logan?
I said first 3 years. How long have you guys been playing?
2014.
So
Yeah.
6 years.
Yeah, this is 6 years.
Yeah, but the first. Okay, yeah. You're
I'm
right.
saying 6 years of not wanting Zane to have fun.
Oh, okay.
That's rude. Anyway,
Oh, I get it.
you guys pass by, seeing Star as
Star!
Yeah.
Yes.
What
guys
are you
walk-
doing
Fucking
over there?
Star and Jerry kind of start
Waiting
running
to
to each
see if
other
you can
like
go
slow-mo,
in.
like...
Oh, come on, we're going in.
Okay.
We'll come to you because you're by the door. But wait right there.
They're heading in directly.
Yeah.
No, leave the carts.
What? No, but it's got her stuff.
Correct. Well, if you're led to passage, we'll open the doors. You can come back. We'll guard them in the meantime.
All right. You guys go ahead.
To be fair, Star, these are some of the best fellas that you'll actually get guarding. They do good work. Your stuff will be fine.
Sure. I don't want to leave all of my horses, my bear, and all of my stuff.
You can take the
It's
bear.
okay. It's okay. You guys go ahead. I'll talk to these lovely men. Would you like a beer?
As he kind of let me take them to where they need to be. He goes, "You're still at the moment. You're still guests. You've been invited in. I will guard your wagon." As he walks in, as one of the smaller, like the small doors. I can't remember the called. They're like hidden doors, basically.
Yeah.
In the keep is
Almost
one
like
of
the
them
service
opens.
door, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. It opens up. It's the eye of the needle. That's what they used to call it back in the day, but it doesn't matter. Opens up as you guys head inside. As there are about 8 guards, like instantly here. As 4 of them start going forward in front of you, and 4 of them stay in the back.
Personal guard.
As that other guard just leaves and comes back to Star and goes, "I don't have a point. What do you have?"
I show them the works.
The wine
Yeah,
list.
one of all of them. One of all of them.
I don't bring up the bottle, by the way.
Yeah, sure. You're kind of giving that to like a special occasion.
Waiting.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Understood. One of all of them. So he kind of just chats with you for a little while. If there's anything you want to ask him, you can. As we go back into inside, as they lead you into like one of the doors, as they open up. The 4 guards enter into the front. like guarding this like little entryway here as the 4 guards enter in behind you guys as your father comes out from one of the back rooms. Well,
Why is your father
welcome
here,
home.
Grog?
Welcome home! It's been a long time!
That's not what my
Did you
father.
learn how the gun works? It's me, Slip Off!
Oh god.
I thought that was Uncle Slip.
Oh, Slip Off is very.
Slip
No,
Off!
Slip Off is
Solomon
dead.
in the other
Slip
room.
Off
You want to
is
see
dead.
him?
So
He's
dead.
dead! I've been carrying his body for years!
Slip off is an idea, not a person. It lives on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he has a great uncle Slip On.
Yeah.
So,
Slip-On.
Basically, when
And there's
Slip-Off
only so
dies,
many
every
names.
time a goblin
Yeah,
slips
there's
off of
only
a rock,
so many names when you're naming them with things that happen.
When somebody dies, you get to reuse that name.
Kinda. My next character is going to be not as big as Wee Jock, but bigger than, but smaller than Wee Jock Jock.
There's no way I'm saying that whole fucking name. I'll just call you John.
I'm gonna name a goblin didn't die at birth. And that's they ran out of names, and this guy didn't die when he was born, so that's his name. Was born.
Your nickname is
What
just D-Dab. It didn't die at birth.
I still want to make a goblin whose name is Tasty Flesh, and he just has a giant bite out of him.
He's from the Tasty tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
He's
fatty-
he's
just got a-
horrendously afraid of fat people.
just a
'cause of
giant
fatty tribe.
teeth mark gouge out of his forearm or something.
He's a ranger with favored enemy fat people. Anything that's
You're
fat.
gonna be a goblin.
Favorite enemy diabetes.
Oh no, DT, run!
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm assuming this little stunt of yours has come to an end.
Hello, Father. I wasn't exactly planning it.
Well, good. Well, if you return to the forge and finish your grandfather's axe, your brother's almost as age to complete it himself. Return to the forge, all is forgiven. Rejoin the family, take your place as its head after me.
His axe is already reforged. You gave it to me to do it in something that I can actually make it work. And I
What
did.
do you mean?
Kind of pull out the lyre.
I gotta switch this so I can stare at it, so you can see my facial expressions.
We're about to get kicked out of here just as fast as we got in.
Yep.
You always did have funny jokes. Where's the axe?
Kind of. Do you not recognize the metals?
He like walks over to it.
No.
Just doesn't take it, just like feels it, kind of scratches it with his nail. Just kind of like shoves it. What have you done?
I've allowed it to sing. Instead of on
The
rocks.
forge sings.
Sorry?
I said the forge sings. This is a desecration of your ancestors.
I don't think so. It allows the ancestors, their memories, their songs, all to continue playing, helping others.
Ideologist. This reminds me of a story of something that I've heard not too long ago. A god that came, who was the stone itself, but who was it who grabbed it from to work it? Torag grabs metals from Big Rock to forge. Big Rock stands as the stone. We work in tandem, but we never forget our memories. And the memories is an axe. And what you have done to your grandfather's name and his grandfather who passed it down is an abomination.
It's not. It's celebration of everything that has come before me. And I carry them on in my own way.
Surrounded by guards.
Oh yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
That's good.
I'm
That's
about to
good.
die in a hail of bullets when he gets
No,
pissed off.
there is definitely from these very stoic individuals. There's some murmuring behind you, like traitor, like that's the tone, like yeah, as it's not good, as he well, soon enough your brother will take your place. As far as I'm concerned, yes, your name can be stricken from the stone.
You can do what you want, but the stone still remembers.
Your mother's words. And the stone remembers her, and she is engraved in it. And I will ensure your name never resides by hers.
I shall still sing her memory. And yours. We may not agree, but that doesn't mean that I can't honor you and everything before me.
If I may interject as a follower of Big Rock, he has been known to bring about change. And it seems that although this lyre may not be what your ancestors started with, it is something new and still carries the strength of your ancestors.
We melt things down, Father. Reforge them. Each generation. It may be a different form, but it's still got the same soul.
Roll a persuasion check with that. That was pretty good. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. That was pretty good.
Can I aid him?
Absolutely. Use your religion to aid.
Hell yeah.
We not the best.
Is that with the 8 on it? So
no,
you rolled
it'd be
13 then?
+1, 13.
13.
That statement just there is virtually the entire basis of my entire character.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's done is done. Your name will be stricken from the stone. May our fathers and your grandfather guide you through his soul, and may the stone guide you.
I carry him with me, and I hear its song under my feet.
Get your business done. Don't come back without a writ.
Kind of dwarven salute him, and
Is he walking away?
Yeah.
Sir, if I might make a request.
As he turns, like, he has the eyes of, like, he's very grieved at the moment, I'll say that.
yeah, just disowned an elder son. Yeah.
I have heard great word of your family. I myself come from Grumbuldar, House Boulderbringer. Specifically, I have heard name of your brother, Nerastrum.
Narashtam.
Colostrum.
I was seeking audience. I have a request requiring his mastery of the forge. It concerns my own dwarven ancestors.
See, kind of nods, like, understanding, turns around, walks over to one of the guards and says, "Send word." As he turns around and goes, "But I don't know if he'll answer." As he leaves.
Wait, sir, wait.
I have a
You have a lovely home.
Yeah, as he like stops as you say that, as he keeps going. It's not his home. This is like the
Yeah, I know.
entrance
Yeah, I
office.
know. No.
This is his home. Yeah, but I mean, it's his.
All of it's his home. It's fair.
This isn't
Yeah.
my beautiful home.
Yeah,
this isn't my
because
beautiful
I mean,
wife,
after all,
my beautiful car. How did I get here?
Can we have a quick bathroom break?
We're
dwarves.
gonna end in like 10 minutes,
Never mind.
if that.
After all,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Fair enough.
all underground
You
is a dwarf's
animal.
home.
As
He needs a fucking catheter.
He does. He needs one of those potty seats. that you sit on.
as he leaves, the 4 guards at the front open the door. 2 of them walk out, 2 of them stay. And then on the back end, 2 of them come with you, 2 of them stay. So now instead of 8, you have 4.
We can take him.
Are they like just following us around this
They're
place?
they're leading you back out. Back to your cart.
Okay.
Oh, we're not allowed in?
No, he said get your business done. Like he's letting you in, but he's like,
We need to get our stuff. I
yeah,
guess.
go get your shit.
Oh, okay.
Get the cart. We can bring everything in, do our trading, do whatever. Get the fat out. I don't ever come back.
No, don't ever come back. Don't come back without a writ.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we're gonna have to stay here until your armor's done, Grohl.
We'll get that writ.
Or just buy a suit of armor.
We could always come back with the writ from Stell later. But I was hoping to get it done while I was here. If it doesn't take too long.
Going to
But-
take at least 4 days.
Yeah, if we go out, we can get our stuff and mosey on through.
You go out and collect Star. Star, did you want to ask this guard anything?
What's your name?
Who's your daddy?
What does he do?
Modron.
Is
What'd
he
you
rich
say?
like mine?
Modron.
Guys, I'm trying to get some information here.
I'm
What
having
was
a
that?
conversation.
Modron.
Do you guard this gate full time?
Quite often. The rune shields move around quite a bit, but for the moment, for last few years, I've been stationed as one of the guards here.
An outsider that comes in through whatever reason, are they able to set up shop without a writ of trade? Like if they come in through special appointment?
Kind of like looks, he goes,
Or is it something you only have to show at the door?
typically it's something they show at the door. People would recognize you for your family, otherwise they would assume that you're a tradesman.
Okay.
And if you had something else, you would wear it.
Well, if we get in, I'll be setting up shop there. So if you get off your shift, you want to have more.
Fair enough. It's sweet. It's not as strong as my preference, but it's different and good.
You had some of the shine, didn't you?
Oh, that was lovely.
Got plenty more of that.
What-
That's what you're into.
That would be my preferred.
I'll see you when you get in.
That's something I would buy by the bottle and open in special occasion.
What did you say your name was?
Modern.
Madin?
Modron.
Madrin.
So, wait, what are you doing now? You were inside.
Yeah.
I thought
this
we were
is
coming
just
back
Star.
up for my
This is
part.
just Star right now. Yeah, while you were
Yeah.
doing all that. This is
Oh,
I
okay.
information.
was
I didn't
quiet
know.
doing a thing while you were doing anything. So yeah. When you get off your shift, we'll go inside. Unfortunately the orc shine is rather hard to procure.
Produced by orcs.
Yes, but
Savagery with a taste.
and they don't accept coin. So you have to make sure that you go with something they want. Enough of it to get what you want.
Interesting. Makes a good story. Should tell it to a bard.
I have.
Perhaps I'll hear that story.
All right. So when they come.
Yep.
Inside.
As they come back out, as he sees that your friends are coming back, he kind of rearms himself, picks himself back up, and just assumes his post once again, as he no longer needs to guard with you.
Okay.
As the rest of the group gathers.
Well, we have been allowed in. Get our business done. So that's good.
You wanna why don't we handle finding Grog's craftsman first?
Well, we got a bit of a lead on that. Hopefully, if he answers a call, but we are allowed to go in the city. They've sent word.
Is this where we're calling it for the night, or?
Yeah, we'll call it basically as the gates open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to end, as we can deal with the descriptions and everything. But they'll send word as you guys get the carts moving.
Mm-hmm.
They a little distraught at what was heard, but his point made. As the doors, as these large chains begin to pull the gates open, as you guys head inside, and we'll end there.
Good shit.
Fun times.
So good shit.
No worries. Well, thank you for watching the two people who did. One of them was one of the players.
I think both of them were players.
Yeah, probably.
I wasn't.
People might have popped in and out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Pad my numbers. Anyway, thanks all. I shall kill the stream and we'll catch you guys next week.
Sounds
Bye.
good.